Well, sorry, I'm like 7 minutes late, but I had to do a few things, so I apologise for that. Also, before I get Joel on and anybody else that wants to come on, my cold is terrible. I'm sneezing and coughing everywhere. Literally just put some tissue down somewhere. I don't know where the bleeding hell I've put it. Literally just put it down. Where did I put that? There it is. I got it. I got it. Hey. Right. I'm sorry, people. It is what it is. Sorted my camera situation out. It was my phone the whole bloody time. Whole goddamn time. Right, let's sort out the hi Joel, I'll get you one in just a sec. Oh, bear with me, mate. Uh, you do that. Then you do hmm, where's go away. Hi Joel, hi Marge. I'm trying to figure out how the bloody hell. There we go. There we go. Do. Right. Now maybe we can start some discussions. It's there for anyone who wants to talk, who wants to come on. Oh my god. I haven't had a cold this bad since, or actually since February. It's literally going to be like that every 5-10 minutes. Oh. Here we go. I'm gonna need the magnifying glass because now I've sorted the screen out, I can't see the writing. I've got no choice. So what's people saying anyway? Yeah. Yeah, sure. my tablet has recharge. Oh, fair enough. No, funnily enough, it was too cold. It was too cold over the last few nights. It's been too cold for sleeping with a fan on. Have you been? Have you had the fan on, Bab? Have you had the fan on the last couple of nights? Did last night for a bit. Did you? Yeah, it's too cold for me. Do you know what though? You know how like the sun's hardly been out the last couple of days? Not really. And I got home and I didn't notice until I got into the bedroom. I opened the bedroom, it was boiling hot in there. And I went, that's gotta be the radiator. But I was like, well, why would it be the radiator? I turned the radiator down. So I touched the radiator, took the radiator's hot, went straight to the thermostat, and the fucking heating was on at 18. And I'm like, why is it on from 18? Weird. So the temperature must have dropped that low in my front when it activated. It's gone off. Let's turn it down. No, 18 is low, Bab. Low to you? It is low to me, to be fair. Mine's on like 14. Yeah. Stop it. Well, I sent it down to about 12. I'm not used to the heating coming on below 20. So I've always kept it at like 19, 18, 19. And but to be fair, like I say, it's been quite crappy over the last few days. With Joel coming on yet? Where are yous? Where are yous, Bar? Get the old magnifying glass out. Let's microscope it right in. Yeah. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? Come on, Joel. Let's get the let's get the pony on. Let's get the party started. It's not even a full. It's not a full screen though. Let me try something. So then if I do that, what did that do to the screen? Has that done anything? It's not made a blind bit of difference, has it? Bah. Oh good. Uh, uh, see what that is. Nope. So anyway, yeah, I was watching something the other day about why the fake alien invasion isn't going to happen. I'm not even bothered about whether that's a thing anymore. You know, happy and excited about the UFO and alien stuff that's coming out there because we're getting closer to disclosure for sure. Oh yeah, we're very close now. That's what he's saying. Hi there, Julie. you coming on stream? I'm waiting for you. I'm still waiting for that red one to pop up next to guests. And I don't see any red one. So if you'd like to activate a red one right next to the little guests icon there, that would be fantastic. Let me tell you, I can't wait to get down there and come and see you guys. Link up with a few of yous. Link up with Adam. Link up with Joel and Julie. Show us a few places and hang out and talk about all the wonderful things that we talk about. Here he is. Here's somebody anyway. Here he is. How you doing, mate? You alright?
A bit better.
I can see you now anyway.
What's happened here now?
Can you see me?
Yeah, my phone just went off then. Just turned it and shut its end down or something. I don't know what happened there. Nah, I'm feeling a bit better now. Of a rough night. Of God knows what went off like, but I know our last she'd been ill for like 3-4 days with the same symptoms as what I come down. And you know how you were about earlier with like a scratchy throat and that. I've got a bit similar thing as well. My throat feels a bit, you know, dry at back, like right, tonsil sort of thing. And there's a bit of that going about. And then they were adding me with poorly. And my symptoms were, I was sat in van last night. I was watching, I think I was watching Billy Carson, Forbidden Knowledge or something like that, and a bit of Mud Fossils University with my friend Roger Spurs.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I was going to collapse. Because I sat in back at van lights, all kitted out and all that. It's my little stealth camper and kite mobile. Plus, we thought, shit, it's fan. We're in van and we're off. And we're going to go find a deep underground military base. And there's one up there, that RAF base, so I'm going to break into that and I'm going in that. It's about 200, it goes down 200 foot apparently underground. So I might be able to get in, I might not. But I'll try it, anything. If not, I'm going to go find highest piece of land with a cave in it or something. I make a good cave, man.
So would I.
But now I felt absolutely terrible. I've been diarrhea, sickness. The amount of sweat I woke up to early hours this morning. Because I was that ill, I just coming out of van and I just chucked myself on bed and just went and that was it. I was out. And I'd still got my coat on, everything. I've got all windows up in the house. It wasn't particularly hot. I mean, I can cope with a lot of hot weather, me, like. So I've got Spanish in me, so I don't like cold weather. I don't like it. I could sit out in 140 degrees all day and not even get sunburned. But yeah, I woke up, Drew had to undress me because my coat was wet through, my t-shirt was wet through, my jumper was wet through, my tracky bottoms were wet through, bed was wet through, pillows, bedding, everything. Not weedy, I was just sweating that much. I thought I was going to die, to be honest with you, and then I've just sickness and diarrhea all day, more or less, up until the last couple of 3 hours. Because I thought, well, I've got to get this end sorted out. So I thought, sod it. See that, y'all? Probiotics. You know something? I feel amazing now. Within less than 24 hours, I've got rid of it. These little fellas, look. 14 different strains of live bacteria per tablet. I think there's 2 billion in total at 14 different strains in one of them tablets. The live bacteria. Our lass has had hers. That killed her. But she didn't do it like she put up with about 3 or 4 days, and then she had a probiotic and it sorted her out. And then as she got better, I started bits on it. If I picked it up off a Julie, or when I've been to shops, or I don't know, but I picked it up from somewhere. In fact, I had Dougie the other day. You know Dougie, little pug. I had him, and he went very well. Snot coming out of his nose, stunk, or slathered down his neck. So I don't know if I picked it up off a Dougie. I don't know. So I did warn you about bird flu affecting cats, you know, possibly affecting dogs, and the panicking that it's going to mutate and cross into Homo sapiens sapiens, which is us.
Yeah, say
which
that
is
one.
the H5N1 or -N1. I've been doing a lot of research now. I did. There were 2 live streams from Dr. Mohabeen in US, and the second one I watched is a nice chap and that. Call him Paul Brooks, and he's just give all latest data from Globe on what's happening with XBB 1.16. The new strain, it's rifting through India. It's made a great mess of it. They're not telling us everything, but it is sneaking out. And basically, what I've heard today is pretty much what I heard other day, because I watched this other dude for the first time about 2 or 3 days ago, and he was from India, and he was on about it, and now it's moving. And according to Paul and Dr. Mabeen, it's in UK, it's in US, it's in Europe, Canada, India, and Africa. This new COVID strain is here, over there. So I think we what I've seen today with symptoms, they're calling it pink eye. In fact, where's my notes? These are what I did a few days ago. And pretty much these symptoms that I've had, and like this tickly cough and scratchy throats and all that, these are symptoms speak. They're calling it pink eye anyway, yeah? Or red eye, whichever you want to call it. And I wrote this down over day, right? And because I was looking into for Adam and that over day, but I haven't had a chance to do any videos, and I've had quite a bit on and that. But I've spent more time studying more than to be honest. I've got that much stuff I've been digging up. Now, in fact, I told you about it, didn't I? I said the CUD, which is cannabis, chronic use of drugs or some, you know, cannabis or whatever that. And this is off of Roger Spurs on lo and behold, I thought, wow, you know, we must be thinking same things at the same time. And there's a thing called C. diffilus, yeah, which is a gut bacteria. Now, this is what Adam known about. So I think doctors were more or less right on it, sort of thing. And this C. diffilus, right, this could be what I've picked up or something as well. But I don't think it's actually directly related to using cannabis and things like that or whatever. Because I did look into it, and that's where I got that CUD. It can do, but that's maybe down to what chemicals are putting in it or whatever. I don't know. I don't smoke it, so I don't know. But the symptoms are pretty much similar to like what Adam was describing and that. And these symptoms, what Julie's had, and I've just been going through, are pretty much similar as well. But I haven't changed anything I've done normally. I've, you know, stick to my same old. Only thing I've done is have that probiotic and a cod liver oil as well, because it's not rocket science. Vitamin D, it always pops up. They're saying high, massive amount of doses of vitamin C. Now, the recommended doses of vitamin C that your doctors would prescribe you or something like that is not high enough. It's too low. It don't work. There's a few good doctors out there that know the stuff. Dr. Campbell, I think he's packed it in there. Dr. John Campbell from UK. I think he's finished with YouTube. That's it. He's had enough. He's done. But he was saying about doses, and this was like, he's been on about it for years. And these are what they prescribed me a few weeks back, but I stopped taking them because I've been getting lots and lots of sunshine, and I don't think I really needed them because I think I was getting an allergic reaction. But that might be because I can't work out why, but they've prescribed me. These are what women usually have when they're pregnant. They give me them. I've got what they give me 3 months supply of them and that. But I did take some and that, and I think it was then an allergic reaction because it tells you before you start taking that folic acid, make sure you eat thing. And the amount of reactions and things and the problems that it can cause you in that pamphlet must have been as long as kitchen bloody pamphlet that come out. But these are them D's. You only meant to take one of these a week. You take one a week. These vitamin D. I've had 3. Well, I've took 5 in total over the last couple of months and that or whatever. And then there's a little red pill, not the blue pill, the red pill. Stay in Wonderland. Yeah. But they're pretty safe. But I'm just trying to. Where's my glasses? Writing's that bloody small. I can't see it. Blah, 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 blah. Right. Take 1 capsule only once each week for 6 weeks. So I've pretty much done my 6 week. Where is it? The dosage. Oh, that's it. Each capsule contains 50,000 IUs of vitamin D in one of them. Yeah. Now they reckon that you should only have a few hundred or this or that. Now I've been told that you need apparently even 50,000, depending on how run down you are, and if you depending on where you live, not much sunshine, not getting much sunshine, 100,000 a week, or Dr. Campbell and that he was suggesting, and also Dr. Mabeen's suggested that you could actually take around about, like 20,000 to 50,000 IUs per day, depending. But I tried it and I took one, and then I took one 3 days later instead of having it 7 days later, and I thought, see what happens. And it was all right, but I think, I don't know, I think it bugged me up a little bit, to be honest. It ended up with a bit of like feeling a bit sicky and that. I think it was a bit too much for me. So I just stuck to recommended dose, and I took them, and seems to help me anyway. It's helped me. But then probiotics, I can't stress enough and recommend enough that these. I mean, they're starting to learn about it. The data's coming out. They're realising the key to it is, and I've known this for years, if you have not got that correct balance in your body of good bacteria against bad bacteria, antibiotics is a major problem. They just go in and they just, imagine you're in a bar or a club and there's some nice people, and then these hooligans come in. So they have to get bouncers in or some, heavies, and they go, right, well, I don't care who's who, you're out, all in you. But one of these bad ones might hide under the table and not know. So there's no, and everybody disappears and that, and it comes out, goes, like a gremlin, you put a bit of water on it, and they go, and they multiply again. There's nobody there to stop them, you see. So you end up poorly and in a mess. But if you correct your gut, because the main thing that runs your body is your stomach, your gut. It controls everything, including your brain. And then your brain works in tandem with it, and then runs all your body and sorts everything out. And programs like your cells and this, or through your DNA changes. But it's not necessarily your brain that actually really does that. It is the mitochondria, which is from the bacteria, and they produce enzymes in your cells. And they get programmed, and this is why when they're jabbing people and intruding your arms and this with these MMRAs and that, they're putting these in, but they're probably not the correct ones, obviously, because of the amount of death tolls. I mean, I've even heard today that everybody in America's refused to have the jabs. So they're a bit upset about that, and everybody said, "We're not interested. Stick them up your ass."
What was Funky Prepper on about earlier on his live with the population and that? What was that all about?
Yeah, well, this is one of the things I
watched
want to get into. Margaret watched it, a bit of it, I believe, because I think it shocked her. It shocked me and things, and it takes quite a bit to shock me, but I don't. It's not BS anyway. I tell you that it's not BS. This is real stuff. This is real. I've been banging on about it for ages, but agenda was 2021, which we've gone through now, and this COVIDs and pandemics. That were the planned agenda for 2021 for depopulation of the planet. I showed you them video things and that from 2016, 2017 with Jim Mars and all that on, where that dude's on about petrochemical, pharmaceutical, military cartels that are doing mass genocidal killing, and it's all published in paper, and 75% of the population has to go. Well, they've set the game up. It's 95% now has got to go, which will leave roughly around about 5.5 million left on globe in total population globally at 8.5 billion, which is increasing up to now around about 8 billion. And he also, the title was 8 billion dead in 78 months' time. So, you know, think about it, 12 months, you know, 24 months. You know, next 3-4 years, it's going to take us up to like maybe 2025 or so. Next 4 years is going to be a rough ride, very rough ride. But by 2030, Agenda 2030 is 95% has to be gone, has to go. And we're hoping that they'll have it more or less nailed by 2027. So let's pray, everyone. Fingers crossed that these lunatics and megalomaniacs and that and insidious pricks and that fucking don't kill us all, innit? They've got to fucking get up.
Nice.
Now then, how's our Adam?
How are we?
Terrible, thanks.
Why?
You've given me that tummy bug.
Cigarette. It's a cigarette. It's a cigarette.
Well done, mate. Well done. I've got a
Thank
cigar here anyway for a bit. You get some cigars down. You have a cigar. Nice, mate. Nice.
I absolutely hate them.
Nah.
Maybe probably because I've not had a good one. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, they're not bad. You can get them from shop. Little cafe cremers and that there now.
Before, yeah.
There's only a little mild thing of that. But yeah. What's flashing on you? Have you got a strobe? Are you in a disco or something? I don't know. It looks like a strobe light flashing, mate. What is it? Donny Warehouse?
Yeah, man.
Whistle posse blow.
It's answer. But to beat up the paid I went for, yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know if you heard what I was saying a bit ago on that, but I had a little dig in and that, so I'm going to do a video for you on about just been burying my head in that in research, and I've had a few bits involved with that with shopping and all that boring stuff. Hiya there, Kel. But yeah, I've got bloody opticians tomorrow.
Kelly.
I've got opticians for my eyes zapping with machine thing to see if my brain's still in there or whatever is up with. We're probably better off looking through my ear, and then if there's daylight comes through, then they know it's not there. I'm gonna have a roll it now.
What we discussing?
Well,
yeah, Pete is disgusting.
I was just gonna say, well, I'm not disgusting, surely.
I want to know what's going on with this World War III thing, because
well, this World War III thing, there, the amount of stuff that I've found out about all this shit over the last couple of days, this is what I've been locked into and that, right?
My missus,
I don't know if anybody knows on that. There is a bit on, not so much Maine, but a little bit at Maine. Maybe GB News or something like that. Germany's on front line. They're all armed up, ready to go. Poland, they're all ready to go. Belarus is all armed up, ready to go. They've got submarines out in North Sea here. They've got submarines in the Atlantic Ocean, around Canada, US, all of it. And apparently these super duper stealth submarines that we can't detect. And now I'm thinking to my sister Jo, I went, you know that bloody whale that washed up on beach the other week? I wonder if it's all to do with these Russian subs that we've got sneaking about out here. 40 mile, 50 mile off the coast and that.
100%, mate.
Because they've got 6 nukes ready to go inside them. We can't find them. They can't even detect them with satellites, nothing. We're trying to find them. And he said, look, I'm going to be not find them and I'm ready to go. You keep pissing about and pissing me off and that, I'm going to fucking blow you all away. And he means it. He's fucking serious. And this Wagner group and all that, because he's released it all as well. Now they've gone in the DUMS, the deep underground military bases now. They're in them, ready to go. Well, I think fucking Jeremy Hunt's been in underground bunkers for months. He ain't coming out. He's got his fucking red briefcase with all UK's money in and he's fucking stopping down there, he says. Suella Braverman, she's getting sacked. Ricky Sunak, the dickhead, he's probably going into fucking hiding and all, it looks in it. The fucking sacked Nigel Farage. Well, have you heard what happened to Nigel Farage?
Yeah.
That is... I'll tell you what, there's something really deep into this about this. They've even seized money off his family. Look, they want him out. They want rid of him because he's a massive thorn in the side, isn't he?
Because he goes against the
guy. Because I talked to him on Facebook and Messenger. I've got him as a personal friend and that. So anyone can just go on him. His Facebook or channel or whatever, and you know what I mean? He's a nice guy, he's a nice chap. I've actually met him before in Doncaster. He likes a beer and he likes a cigarette. He's very down to earth. He's not a daft lad, I'll tell you now, he's not a daft lad.
No,
Do you watch
I think a lot of it, I think what the main thing behind it is this, and it, Willie Waff, right? From Brexit. Because it ain't going to happen. Immigrants coming in. It's that they want it shut up and gone. Because these immigrants, it's all ties in. I've been watching it with immigrants and all this and that. What's happening now, right? It confirms everything. We've been invaded since
100%.
the first time we've been invaded since 1066 from Normans. Hitler failed with Operation Sea Lion because of our pesky spitfires and a stiff upper lip. You know what I mean? Ruined his plan. He was stood there on cliffs at France and that, looking over, and he's going, oh, well, you see them white cliffs over there? Do you fancy an holiday in UK and we'll take it over? As far as we got to taking UK over, we're Jersey, wasn't it? Or something like that. That island. He got that bad and cut him out, right? Off at Germans and that at one point when they took over. And there were rotten bastards and that to people on the island. And it got to the stage where all the supplies got cut off.
You just
German, so and there were no food for people living there, no food for them. So it got to the stage where I see it was on Time Team years ago, and this young lad, it was an old guy now, might not be alive still now. Germans were that hungry, they took his dog, killed it, and ate it. And that's true, that. They ate his dog because they were starving.
Well, yeah,
they were going around and kicking doors and taking all food and stuff like that. And if you were caught out in that, they'd shoot you. You were shot. They totally invaded it and took over it. And that's as far as they got. It's true, that, anyway.
Yeah. Have you seen that synthetic meat coming out with as well?
Yeah.
Did you say
growing meat, aren't they?
Growing meat and
no, that's fucked up.
In a petri dish, they're growing meat, mate.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't think I'm right into it, to be honest with you.
Me neither, mate.
No. No, I'm going to start. I think I'm going to see if I can get an allotment rent an allotment off the council, but I know there's a massive waiting list for them, like.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm trying to think what it, I don't know if it's 60 quid a year or 50 quid a month for one or something like that. Can't remember, but if not, I'm going to dig out the back garden up and make my own allotment. Hey, and I'm going to get some billy goats. The milk.
Gonna get some fainting goats back for you.
I've got some billy goats in the field next to my whip shop over at Doncaster. In fact, one of them's famous, big ball Billy. Well, he ain't got no balls now because Yorkshire Vet, they do a TV programme. And they come out and filmed it and took his googies off and that.
Wow.
That will tell you that.
No way.
The swine he gets out. If you when I pull up to the yard and that, and I check a carrier bag or out like that, they all come. They're like little mini ones and that come running down and that. I think you've got some food for them when I come back from Sarnie shop on my dinner break.
Yes.
But yeah, it's comical, right? But yeah, there's options, isn't there? I'm going to start doing a bit of farming and that for myself and that. I've worked on farms before because where I used to live, it was all agricultural land and that. And when I was 16, in summer holidays, I used to go work on farm for people called Bill Turnbull and that, who owned all farm and everything, land and all fields and that. At 16 years old, I was driving tractors about, because you can, on a provisional license, because it's agricultural, you can drive a tractor on the road.
Yeah.
And I was driving tractors with trailers on, and when they were cutting with combines and corn and that, you have to pull up alongside them with spout and then fill trail ups in it. I was doing all that kind of thing. And baler, I used to go out with baling machine and that, and bale all snow up after and that. You know, I used to get a week for doing it. 25 quid. That's what I used to get. Well, it'd have been in what? It'd have been in 93s or 94s. But yeah, 93. I'll have been about 16. Or maybe I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what half a day and time is at most. I've stopped. I don't clock watch no more. I'm not interested.
No.
You know what I mean? All I know is when it's dark, I go to sleep, and when it's daylight, I get up. And that's it.
Do you think Ukraine's going to join the NATO?
Well, that's what they're trying to do, innit? But I don't. In all honesty, what I think is, I think Ukraine's going to get trapped off through by Belarus and that. We're looking at strategies, what they've got. And this is from this Wagner group thing as well, innit? With all them and that. A lot on it, I think, was just a bit of a.
Oh, he's gone again.
A false flag thing type thing or something like that as well. You know, a bit of propaganda and that, just to, you know, make it look like that Russia might be falling. There's a bit of instability and that, so it gets us all boosted up and think, yeah, well, let's get us missiles already and that. Yeah, that's what Germany's done. Poland's done.
It keeps glitching, mine.
Yours keeps glitching. Yeah, well, that's why I'm doing it on my phone, because
I'm upstairs and I can hear him down here.
The internet is absolutely atrocious again.
Getting on my nerves.
It's atrocious, the internet, just buffering all the time. It's been like it for a week or two now, hasn't it? I don't know what it is, whether or algorithms. It's the bloody Howie box thing, isn't it? That the phone's running, that's on its own internet, not to do with Howie or out like that. And mine's just running on 3 network, which is Indian.
This bloody phone.
Well, a bit of advice to everybody. If you try cowboys, then try Indians.
Echo.
Yeah, MK Ultra. In the house.
It's back.
Julie is experiencing technical difficulties on her phone.
Hold on a minute, guys.
He's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Yeah, I think it's because he's got the echo, I think.
Yeah, it's I mean, am I echoing again?
No,
Yeah.
you sound good to me, mate.
Echo?
Okay,
Yeah.
ultra.
What?
Ultra.
Fuck. That is annoying, isn't it?
I heard it on
You can,
playback on
I
one of my devices. It sounds weird.
That might, she's got volume playing inside of mine.
No, it's not. It's not for me.
But yeah, I took some of the, I took one of these this afternoon, and I'm better. Better than I was.
Yeah.
No more being sick and diarrhea and sweating. I've been sweating, freezing, sweating. You're feeling red hot, then cold.
Adam, can you come out and come back in again?
Yeah, of course, mate.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll come back out as well. Am I echoing now?
Well, no, this is why I asked Adam, because it only happened since I brought Adam back on. We're fine now, if you notice.
Yeah, that sounds clear,
Yeah, it
doesn't it?
sounds clear, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what happens when Adam's ready to come back on.
God knows. But yeah, there's
Let's step now.
there's a lot of things, right? And this is one of the things that I'm going to roll in with World War III for us and that, yeah? AI
It's me.
and robots used in the battlefield.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff.
That's a little bit of food for thought as well. And DUMBs, deep underground military bases. This is another thing I want to talk about. And the good old harp, yes. That's popped up again, harp today, hasn't it?
Mic check. 1, 2,
About
1, 2. Mic check.
Yeah, it's yours, man. I don't know what to do.
I'll back out, mate. It's all right.
Well, I don't know what to do.
I'll back out.
Yeah, I'm bloody
Christ.
Poor Adam.
It could be worse, it could be me. But yeah, there's quite a lot of things I think we all need to be aware of, and we all need to discuss realistically about it. And
See you later.
think, oh well, it'll never happen to us. Or this, listen, I won't rule anything out in this day and age now. I've even heard about the training new children now to be the new cyber spy things or whatever, but not about training them to be teachers or bus drivers or who else and that or whatever. They just want them on computers and that. Yeah.
What was it?
I don't like the idea of that, to be honest with you. I don't mind going on computers and that, but I don't. You know what I mean? That's something I've got to dig in more to that. I think that's going to be a dark one when I dig into it, because it's kids manipulating kids and that.
Something about companies apparently using the dark web for some rate of good, apparently, to give information somehow lawfully, I think, or I'm not so sure about that, if it's to do with that, to other businesses in order to sort.
I think I heard something. I think I know what you're on about, Pete. I think I heard a bit of something. I don't know if it was Maya Tusi, news dude, or it might have actually been Funky Prep the other day, wasn't it? Because he'd done a couple of emergency videos, didn't he? Funky. So I've just been watching now before you come on. He was just having his beer and a cigar, and we were winding trolls up, because it was called Tears of Trolls, his beer. Some dude he lives in Wales, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's not from Wales, like that. He lives in Wales. He used to be.
It sounds like he lives in Cornwall or somewhere like that.
No, he lives in Wales. On a mountain somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say. I have an idea where he is, but I do actually know. Right? I can't say. I can't reveal his properties, address, and that. Really, it's not fair. I don't want Oak to come on to him, if you know what I mean. But he knows his stuff and that. He's a good lad. He don't talk BS, and he makes sure his facts are straight, and that's what I like to do. Make sure I've got all my facts correct.
He constantly gets bombarded
and make
with
sure that it's not fake stuff that I'm finding and that. But yeah, he gets bombarded a lot, doesn't
he? Yeah. Do you watch Canadian Prepper, Joel?
I do, yeah. I've been watching him lately as well. New York Prepper.
It's supposed to be
going watching New York Prepper, Canadian Prepper, Funky Prepper. And I also watch Full Spectrum Survival, if anybody knows who that guy is, and he's pretty good. He does a video every day, and he gets his intel. In fact, it might have been, in fact, it was. It was Full Spectrum Survival that I found quite a bit of information out as well. I found that he's onto it. He's onto it. He's a prepper. We were discussing about iodine as well for yeah, but the thing is, you can't get it in the UK. I've asked every chemist and they go, iodine, yeah, seaweed. You can actually get brown, we call it brown seaweed, but it's just kelp in a tablet like them probiotics that I've got. But you have to be careful with iodine, because if you really fucking
with a Sprite,
you've got to be careful with dosage. It's like we're talking micromilligrams that you can only have. But all the stockpiled it all up. It's all stockpiled in these dumps, so there ain't none for anybody. It's all hid away for them all. But troops and that, but apparently as well, American troops, they're all ready to go. They're already lining up, ready to go, aren't they as well? And UK, it's full on. Is it?
I remember when
next half hour
stuff on a map, and it showed where all the battleships were lining up.
Yeah.
In some crazy places where they wouldn't usually.
Even what is it? North Korea, Kim Fatty Bum Bum or whatever it's called, and that. he's itching to press that button. He said, "Oh, I'm going to be first to press it. I'm fucking wipe America out." The Rocket Man. That's what Donald Trump used to call it, isn't it? Rocket Man is insane. I watched this. Can you remember that video we watched, Joe? Right? And they're all there, they're all clapping, all this top brass and that all military thing, and there's these super soldiers that have been training and look like ninjas and that, right? With muscle vest, well, and they were fucking running head on first into about 10 breeze blocks and just smashing them in half with it, just going rah, fucking hard as fuck. There were one dude, right? He got fucking 3 breeze blocks on his chest. This other one got fucking sledgehammer and went boosh and smashed him in half, and he went ah, and they were fuck all wrong with him. They're invincible. What they were doing all sorts, weren't they? Fucking balancing on fucking swords and everything, and crazy, mate. The one they were balancing on the sword with his fucking head or something like that.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I've got to get the ball rolling on my videos. Yeah.
I've got shitloads of videos. I'm behind a bit with everything.
I am.
Too much been going off lately. She's been poor there, yeah. I'll come down here today. I'm glad I said to Joe, I hope I'm not going to be like this for the next few days and that. But I've just rested, drunk a couple of cups as well. Mainly, it's been Vimto Pop I've been caning today, innit, with some vitamin and vitamin C and stuff like that.
It's crazy this year though, isn't it? I mean, sorry, fucking Oumuamua coming back apparently. The sun's going.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to discuss.
World War III's just round the corner apparently. There's forest fires.
Did I mention to you
plastic? What's going on there? You know what I mean? So,
did I mention? I can't remember if I mentioned to you the other day, and I said I've got some videos lined up. I've written them all down in a book and that to go, to do them all and that. So I'm on with that for Adam, and then I seen you must have watched them as well. Then with this Abbey Loeb and that with Oumuamua, and apparently it's coming back into the solar system, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for quite a while they keep saying that what's it called now? Unexplained Mysteries YouTube channel. I don't know if you watch that guy or whatever.
I
He
think
does
I
some
watched
good
it on something called, I think it was Voyager. Have you heard of that?
maybe, I don't know. I might have done.
That's what I watched it on anyway.
In fact, I'll tell you what else I watch a lot as well, because I didn't watch it from last night because I were ill. I think he's Australian and he's called John Michael Goodyear.
I'd saying hired in Sarah Mainhull. She sold it.
Yeah. Good to know that. Nice one, bro. Because I've even been thinking about getting seaweed and collecting it. And then boiling iodine out in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All of that as liquor.
But I don't know.
Do you know
procedures of what to do, so I'm researching and learning on what to do and that. But I know my granddad, he used to collect that bladderweed, you know, like got little bubbles in them, haven't they? Have you ever seen that bladderweed? It's seaweed and like little bubbles out there, and you can pop them and that. Well, there to help it so it floats, doesn't it? That's what I do with them. Well, that's what they make the brown iodine, these brown seaweed tablets with iodine in. I made from them, and I can remember when I was a nipper, and my grandma and granddad used to fetch us up here in 6-week holidays. It lasts like 2-week holidays with caravan. And I'm talking like I was probably as young as 5 to 7 years old. Where I'm going back to now. So it's well over like 40 years ago. And he used to bag loads of it up and that, and then boil it, and then make. He used to make some medicine, iodine medicine. I imagine that's what it was. I wish he was still here because I've lost a lot of knowledge that he was trying to learn me. See, I lost my grandma and granddad around about 94 to 95. Grandma died, and then 18 months later, my granddad died. But he was my hero, my granddad, as well as Nikola Tesla. He knew his shit, and he knew his shit. He could mend anything. He used to get tellies out at Skip and mend them, and then sell them and stuff like that. He'd make out of all. A lovely guy. They used to call him BFG, Big Friendly Giant. So we were quite tall, like about 6 and 8 foot. But a lovely guy, nice, friendly chap. But if I got it wrong time, you'll know about it. He used to walk about with a fucking revolver in his pocket, a Smith and Wesson, and like he used to go down market and everything wherever they went. It was in his inside pocket. He went, anybody fucking tries to me, and I'll fucking put it one step through fucking head, and he meant it. So I remember this fucking dude had escaped from Wakefield Maximum Prison and that. I don't know if you've heard of Wakefield Prison. It's a high security maximum prison. And this dude in papers and was saying, do not approach this guy. Anyway, he was babysitting for us when my mum and dad had gone out. I was at school still and things like that, my brother and sister. And there's a street lamp just outside where driveway to our house, and the dog takes the dog out. My granddad's there with walking stick. And this is where I found out about with gun in his pocket, and I just seen this like ring thing on inside his pocket. I went, what's that, Granddad? And he went, it's this. Anybody tries out with me and that, and they'll get it. And anyway, lo and behold, walks about 10 paces, and he goes, there's this bloke laid under the lamppost asleep. And we live out in the middle of nowhere at the time, you know what I mean? There were no neighbours for half a mile where I lived, you know what I mean? And he was laid under this lamppost, so my granddad's with walking stick, and he pokes him and went, hey, all right, down there, what? And he looked up and went, go on, swing your fucking up to him like that, pull the gun out and tell him if he didn't fuck off, we were going to blow him away. Anyway, next day, it was all that fucking news in the papers that this dude had escaped and that, not to approach him, and that was him, he was fucking him. He looked like Rasputin now, something that's the only way I can describe him. He looked like fucking Rasputin, this prisoner that had escaped and that, with fucking beard and stunk like a tramp. But he must have, but from where I used to live, to get to Wakefield, it'd been over 20 miles.
I remember you saying that, actually. Carry on, Joel, sorry.
Yeah, it'd be about 20 miles from where I used to live to Wakefield.
I don't know if you've been looking at the chat, Joel. What some of the
I haven't got big tablets screwing up and I can't see a thing on chats about, mate. I ain't a clue. Only what's popping up on here.
Yeah, well, Margaret's.
Richard Vogue's channel, yeah, I watch Richard Vogue. I was watching him this morning. I watch him every day. He's a lovely chap. He's,
are you experiencing any of this smoke coming? Is it reaching up by you guys as well?
smoke.
It's not seriously coming over this way, but you can tell by the sky that some of it's coming over.
Yeah, maybe not been as clear as it has been, has it?
I don't
know. I mean, we've not done too bad, really.
The slipstream.
We've not done too bad. See, I'm on East Coast, aren't I? You're on West, near at West, innit? Because you're just not far, about 15 miles from Wales, innit? From Telford or something like that. Birmingham, about 15 miles from Telford or something like that. So, like, you're west to me, and a bit further down. But I couldn't believe, because winds, when I was watching weather the other day, winds were like, jet stream had shifted a bit, but we got high pressure, because we were quite hot, we'd got 31 degrees the other day here for 2-3 days. So I was down at the beach, and I've got some videos I'm going to post you, and I was sunbathing and enjoying myself on the beach. Yeah. Good. In fact, it was Saturday Armed Forces Day, because I went and had my picture took with Mary and a gin wagon, a cup of tea with and that, and kids and that. So I've got some pictures of me and Mary and all that stood together and that, and talking and things like that. Nice day, absolutely enjoyed, and some other dudes and that and things, and a bit of cosplay with Star Wars stuff and that. All sorts of stuff. There were Gurkha thing doing some at the Gurkha Brigade. It was good. Like, got different things with a radio station there. Forgot what it's called now, Yorkshire Radio or something like that. But it was good. It was down at Lifeboat Station and that. Really, I should have done more videos really, because I could have. I cocked up in that because they were doing a free tour around Lifeboat and all that sort of thing, and like you could go in and show you all station and boats and all that, because they've got big lifeboat, and then there's onshore lifeboat, which is like a rip dinghy, like the boats with dinghy bit on it, a rip boat we call them, and that's onshore one, and there's big massive one and that. That's it's a beauty. Like it's a great piece of kit, like them lifeboats, you know. They're a great piece of kit, mate. They're really good. I didn't manage to do that. I was too enthralled with an American Jimmy Jeep and doing all the things and that. Did I send some pictures? They got stuff laid out. I've got loads more than that.
Yeah.
And the kids were sat in Jeep and that, and had his picture took and things, and he stood at the side and that. I was buzzing like. Another guy, he had an old aerial war bike and that, and I got a little video of him because he went and that. I went, whoa, wait, let me film it. And that,
there was a war bike when we was away. I should have took a fucking photo of it. There was a war bike up by Cotswolds parked up. It was a Medi bike from World War I.
Johnston's just sent me a stream or something. Does anybody know who Justin Johnson is? He plays guitar. It looks a bit like me with long hair and a cowboy on. And his ace mate, he's got a guitar. Overnight I was watching him, and he's got a guitar that somebody made him specially out of an old license plate and that.
Really?
And it sounds wicked, yeah. It's only got it's a 3-string electric number plate guitar.
Wow.
So I can describe it. And then he's got another one, and that's made out of a shovel or a spade, and he's got one with 1 string on and then one with 3 strings on and that, and he plays that, a shovel. It sounds wicked, mate. Proper guitars and that. It plugs it into amp and it does all sliding, you know, with I've got slide thing on finger and that. He plays all sorts. He's amazing, mate. He's a great guitarist. He's absolutely amazing. He does online lessons and that as well. It's really good. He don't sing, he just guitar sings for him. He does it. He plays bass line and melody at the same time. He's doing 2 things at once on 1 guitar on his own. I'd love to
learn how to play the drums, I would.
Yeah, drums.
Yeah.
I used to have a little bash on drums. I'm not allowed any though. I had some, I got rid of them. In fact, I've got a snare drum and a tambourine in the room still. That's all I'm allowed, a snare and my tambourine. And I've got my guitars. Oh, and I've got a little ukulele. I don't know if I've shown you that. It's a little black ukulele. I've never played one before. The neighbours gave me it a few months back. because I didn't know how to operate it and work it and that. So I went on thing, how do you tune one in? Boom, 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 tuned it up. And I went, and then within half an hour, I was ripping all sorts of tunes out on it.
Oh,
That's a
bloody
bummer,
hell.
and that. It took me half an hour to learn how to play a ukulele on my own, without even having any lesson off anybody or watching how to play them. All I did was just find out how to tune it up, and that was it. Half an hour later, I was ripping everything out of it. I was
You say
doing
you can't
George
read the
Formby when
comments,
I'm cleaning windows.
Joel? Yeah, like my fucking banjo. Have you seen what Adam's put here, man, about the facial recognition? You know about the facial recognition cameras?
Yeah.
My God, man. Like
Yeah.
some supermarkets now, in certain parts of the UK,
Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco, and Morrison.
you have to scan a code before you can go in the shop and
Yeah.
get shopping. That's nuts.
Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's, and Morrison's are doing it. I know Asda's doing it, and Tesco's definitely doing it. There's loads of things happening in it. In fact, I've got a video that I haven't watched yet. I think it's from Andy. Have you heard of Andy the Gabby Cabby?
I keep getting to sub to him because I used to be sub to him time ago, man, on his old stream. But
Yeah,
now
he's good. He does a lot about it to do with supermarkets and all these things and AIs and how to do this camera stuff or whatever they're doing. But yeah, Asda's the probably worst out at lot, to be honest. They've been holding people hostage in that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Inside supermarket. When they've paid for stuff and that, they've been going through the door, they've got receipts for it all and that, right? And they're going through the door and it's going beep, 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 beep. You know what I mean? So they're as if they're like shoplifting and that. So they're holding them hostage, not getting police involved, just holding them hostage and that with securities or whatever, checking through all stuff and that and showing a receipt and that. Yeah. And basically charging them £100 or something for them to be, I'm sure it's £100 charge on to release them or something like that when they've already paid for shopping. Otherwise, they were going to get police involved or whatever. So God knows, there's all sorts of crap going on in it. But yeah, what have I done with my cigar? Is it cigar time yet? In the beer? What do you think?
20 more pieces.
Answers in comments. Beer and a cigar. When can I have one? I feel like a beer now, Pete, because I'm coming round. I feel alive again. I feel like Adam. This bash boom.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'll use my frigging cup. Let me rinse it out. I'm just having a coffee. I think that's probably helped me as well, black coffee. It'll be a bit of kicking in now and that. I feel awake. Let's get a beer. Sorry, I'm having a beer, everybody. I'll have a beer.
What kind of beer? Polar beer.
The old cider. I'm having a bit of cider today. Thatcher's. Hazy. Thatcher's cider, I think it is, something like that. All right, actually. I tried some orange cider the other day. They keep fetching all the, I think it's Thatcher's that do it.
Orange cider.
Lemon cider, orange cider. Quite nice, actually.
You ever tried pear cider?
No, not. Yeah. Yeah, no. I prefer normal apple cider, but pear for some reason. Even when I eat pears, you know, there's a fruit. Because my dad, he loves pears. But if I eat a pear, I end up with really, really bad heartburn. Really bad.
What you said, pear?
Cucumber does the same. When I eat cucumber, that gives me heartburn. Thing is, I love cucumber. And very much I don't like eating, to be honest with you. Even if I don't like it, I'll probably eat it if I'm hungry. I believe.
Adam, do you think that Planet X, Nibiru, whatever you want to call it, do you think it's coming?
It's here.
In a good way? Or do you think it's our destruction, basically?
That's why all this shit's starting now, because they know.
Yeah.
That's what I was watching the other night, Billy Carson with Anunnaki and that in Bloodlines in the present day, like monarchy and Americans and I'll have to send you. I don't know if you want. I'll send you a link later for it. And it's all real. I detect ages ago.
Slip
I
inside.
think on when
right.
last year sometime. They've known about Nibiru since 1983.
Like it.
1983. That's when NASA detected it.
Like
and it was 97 times further
slip inside.
away than the sun is to us at that time. That was in 83. Well, I've even got a picture on my phone that looks like a planet back at the sun. I think it's Mr. MBB3 or whatever it's called. He's been on about people giving the pictures of two suns and things like that. Have you seen anybody? Two suns.
Yeah.
Like Tatooine, innit? And that. Well, I think that's.
You usually tend to see that when the clouds are starting to when the sun's like just merging with a bit of cloud.
Yeah.
Over. Then you start to see it.
It does look like a bloody another sunlight.
I was watching it today on the bus. I was watching the cloud just skimming the sun. And then just as it went over the sun, for a brief moment, it was like I was seeing double. And there was like a figure of 8 sun.
Yeah. I keep seeing bits and things.
I was watching Watchwoman of the Dragons channel.
Yeah, I've been watching it as well.
And I was like, I'd love to see that in real life. Next day, going to work this morning, and I see it, and I'm like, that's exactly what I've been waiting to see with my own eyes. And I
think it's not. It's real. It's real. It's real. There was one I watched, and it looked like it had actually come in front of sun, and then like merged. You could see actual sun, and then another one like in middle on it, a bit smaller or something like that. On one of the channels I watched it on, and that I'm sure it missed MBB3. It was, I think, because like people sending me stuff in and that. Don't they? She's pretty good, like.
Cloud.
But yeah, I do believe in the Nibiru, and I believe it's here. They know it is. I think the Muamua's part of something to do with it as well. In fact, going back to the Muamua feet, anyway, I'm going to do a video on it and that as well. Because it'll be like, hopefully if I pull it off, it's going to be as if you're watching something and it plays away and that, and I'll be talking in background with a bit of music and like watching a documentary thing or something. And basically, it was to do with Muamua. In fact, Apollo 20. Do you remember me telling you the other day? Apollo 20 mission. Well, I think it ties in with Muamua from what I've been researching and that. Because I don't know if any of you or you've seen, right, Pete? And there was some. Again, I think it was on Unexplained Mysteries in that channel. There were quite a bit of that. And in Antarctica, somebody had found something on Google Earth thing or whatever it is, and it's a big long cigar-shaped thing covered in snow and ice, but you can see where it's like sledged down for about 2 or 3 miles or something. And it does look like a bit like an Muamua, but it's like covered in snow. If any of you have seen that on the internet, but that's out there. And then I thought to myself, well, this bloody spaceship that they went to recover, it was a secret mission, 19 and 20 Apollo, wasn't it, or something? This spaceship, the badges on it for Apollo 20, it's got lunar module and lander with a tow rope picking each end of this big cigar-shaped spaceship up off the moon and that was badge.
You remember what you was telling me the other day, Joel, when we was having a talk yesterday, and you said they saw the same shape on the moon, and they've been seeing ships the same shape on Mars as well, but they found one on that story we was on about. They found one on the moon. I watched that return video earlier today, and now they're saying that they thought it was an oval shape, like a oblong.
Yeah.
like a tower, weren't it? It's like a craft.
Yeah, like that on moon. Like that on moon, really.
Coming back, and it's supposed to be as far as Neptune now, and they're now saying it's a disc shape. So, yeah, it's certainly interesting because
Well, if the Muamua is, I mean, Abbey Loeb's convinced that it is, but they're saying that they know there's something out there. NASA's there's something parked up in our solar system, right? It's here. It's cruising about, doing whatever. I heard that it's at back of Jupiter or Saturn, not a Muamua. This disc-shaped spacecraft, and I'm sure I told you months ago about this.
I was going to say you told me. I can't remember what it was. But
there's something going down. There's something going down. There's definitely something going off of that. And they're like just drip, be drip, be drip, be drip, be drip. They're just getting us a little bit, you know, like chucking a little bit of corn down, maybe. And some of it might be true, and some of it might not be true. But sometimes they might be telling the truth, but make it. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know what to believe. So yeah, fucking bullshit, innit? You know what I mean? But it might actually be true. You've got to really, really dig. But it is harder to find information lately, and that there seem to be like. I'm struggling to find some channels and that. I'm not getting notifications as what I usually do, and
I'm subbed to a load of channels.
I have, the amount of things I've subbed to, I've lost that. But it's all information.
I'm subbed to all of them, and I always try to check them all. Yeah. But then every now and again, I'll go onto my page, and there'll be videos of channels that I haven't seen in ages, and I'll be like, bloody hell, yeah, totally forgot about that channel. Yeah. Like, for example, today, what I would usually do on my Friday is I'd come home from work, I'd watch Bruce, and then right after watching Bruce, because what's his name now?
Yeah, I'm
something Knight of Malta. Knight of Malta. I'd watch.
Knight of Malta. I've never heard of them.
He'd come on the same. He'd come on at the same time as Bruce.
Yeah,
I'd watch Bruce, and then after I'd catch up with this guy, and then later on, obviously, watch Bruce's later one. But I haven't seen him for ages, and it popped up, and I was like, "What's his goddamn name? There's something Knight of Malta."
Knight of Malta. I'll have to look out for it. I don't think I've ever come across him, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, him anyway. He popped up and I went, blimey, I ain't seen you for ages, man. I've got to check that out.
Hey,
yeah, all the little tiny film clips that he keeps popping up. They're too repetitive. And I suppose, yeah, it's a thing it's a mind thing, but yeah, just get annoying after a bit. Just switch it up a bit.
My comments are working on my tablet now, Pete.
I can see them now.
On my tablet, I can. It seems to have woken up. I might just have to. It's a bit behind, so I'm just going to get one of them.
Going on with the echo. Are you still with us, Ad? You still listening?
Yeah, he's in here somewhere. Anunnaki is saying, innit? Anunnaki, correctamundo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he was saying that's where we come from.
Yeah, we are Anunnaki, or a descendant of them. The slave race. We were to place the Nephilim and Ajiji because they didn't want to do any more work because we're fed up with it.
They wanted to.
We've got no women, no, and they're not getting paid for it.
Women, don't they?
We got Monk on and said balls.
Adam's here. I don't know if Dave's. I don't think Dave's here anymore. I don't know whether Dave's here anymore or whether he's not here, or he's here, not here, or what's going on anymore.
I can't see Dave at all. Adam, Margaret, Julie. Me Julie. Yes, that's correct, Mondo. Yes, Joe, what I'm saying, yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, I think Nibiru is it's on the doorstep anyway. I personally think myself. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I take it on chin, mate. But I think, in all honesty, I think Nibiru is it's here somewhere. Very,
Going
very
back
close.
as far as
And maybe this other second son, right? Could be this dwarf star thing or something that Nibiru actually orbits round. Nibiru was not just floated about on its own. There's another 2 planets with it, and what's it called? Not Hermes. Nemesis or something, or Nemesis. I forgot what it's called now. Something like that. Anyway, the actual star that Nibiru's going around is called Nemesis or something like that, or Nimrod or Nemesis or something like that. Could be wrong. I have slept since. So there's too much going off in my head. I might have to get another memory card and that, and put it in my ear hole. I'm having my cigar anyway, guys.
Off camera.
I'm itching. I've been saving this for days. For tonight, especially for tonight, I've been saving this. The last one. I have to get some more. The last, well, I can't remember. I don't know if you get 10 cigars or something like that £7.50 in one of them tins, yeah. And they've lasted me nearly 2 weeks now. I have one now and again and that. I'll tell you what made me giggle the other day and that. And if I tell you, Smith and Jones, them comedians, can you remember them and that?
Yeah.
And he used to be called what was it? No, it's not the 9 o'clock news. It was some 80s, like a comedy sketch shows. There was Rowan Atkinson on it and a few other comedians and stuff like that. And I think it was Smith, who they called Smith, won it, and with dark, curly hair and that. And they do this sketch and they sat there in a chair. And this doctor goes, yes, well, I'm sorry to tell you that your results have come back for your, and you have cancer and that. And they sat there and he goes, Bob's down like that, and they go, puffs on cigar and that, and then Hamlet tune starts playing that ding, 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 and he blows smoke out and goes, and smiles and that. You know what I mean? It made me giggle and that. Just gone to the doctor to find out he's got cancer, so he sparks a cigar up and that. You know what I mean? Can you remember Albert, who is it? Baldy man. He's trying to get his picture took, and every time he does it, his chair pops down and that. We're like this, we're there and that, and ends up dropping down as it's taking it, and you just see smoke popping up and that with Hamlet tune on it. And that. Do you remember it?
Dum, 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 dum. Yeah.
They were funny adverts. They were good adverts that used to be funny. But yeah, I think I'm sure I sent you and Margaret some. I filmed them off at Pink, and that made me giggle and that. And I sent it to our boy and I put, local council opening new crematorium in Bridden, that, and it shows you this council dude on top of this building, and he gets Charlie going, yeah, just put a bit of cement on there, and that is there with Charlie, and he taps it, and then it goes, and all blows up, and that. I put new crematorium they're opening in Bridden. You know how they blow a building up, it does that. He taps singing it, just shows it going, all blowing up. That made me giggle. There were a few in that I filmed and that one. Tomorrow's Army and that. It goes, this is me when I joined Army and I learnt a lot. And this is me driving a tank. It's a satisfying career and you tend to learn a lot. You meet new friends and you give orders and that. And then it's going, and you get to see many places and that. So join tomorrow's army and that, and it comes up. There's fucking Russians marching down, thing at that, and it going. It says join the Russian army, the army of tomorrow, or something like that. I thought, yeah, it fits in with current day, innit? You know what I mean? Taking piss and that sort of thing, innit? But anyway, enough of that crap. What else you want to talk about, Pete? What's on everybody's mind anyway? What was other people, any things
There
like
was something else. It's my mind at the moment. There was something else though.
Oh yeah, I've just popped in again. I nearly forgot. You know, back to the Moa thing and all that, and the spaceship on home. It's mad. You know, Nazca Lines.
Yeah.
Peru or something. Peru, Nazca Lines. Yeah. The picture of this spaceship, right? It's got like pattern things, like you remember crazy paving or something, all different shapes and that. It looks like that. Well, in Nazca, there's some patterns like that, yeah. And I got a picture of that, and picture of that. I've got one on tablet, one on that, and I got spyglass, and I'm looking. And if you can put them over the top of each other, it'll lay over a perfect thing. And these patterns are that's on top of this fucking spaceship that's on Mo. And they're identical to Nazca Lines I showed you, didn't I? I went, check this out. It like spooked me out a bit. I'm like, wow, that is so freaky, man.
I think it was. I can't remember. Was it a stream? But I mentioned someone called Ryushin Malone, and he solved the Nazca lines. He found out that the Nazca lines are in the form of the military underground bases. Like if you take the star chart, take the Orion grid and everything, and put it
they do the map up onto them and that, yeah.
It lines up to all the bases perfectly.
They're in hidden code, aren't the keys and that? That's what it is. There's one as well than that, and it, like you were just saying there, Pete. Right? You can actually lay some of these Nazca lines over, you know, like pyramids and all that, and Stonehenge and all these, you know, things that we've got around thing, right? When you put them over the top of it, it makes perfect thing like you were on about, and it does with stars and everything. It all matches up. They're like a little map. I think the maps.
I feel fine. I've just got a snotty nose and itchy throat. Sorry there, John.
I think it's this XBB 1.16, me, Pete, or bird flu, or both. Could be XBB 1.16. Could be part of this H5-N1 bird flu.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, personally,
could be hay fever, Pete.
Maybe not.
Yeah, change it weather. It could be hay fever you're suffering from.
Because I was sitting at the bus stop just earlier, waiting for the first train, and I was sitting there coughing and spluttering, thinking to myself, well, I've got an itchy throat. I can swallow fine. It don't hurt. Or I've got an itchy throat. I'm constantly coughing. My nose is blocked up.
Yeah, like tickly coughing, innit?
Like a cold. I have had moments where my energy levels have dropped, but then they've peaked again, right?
Like fatigue and that on and off.
I've done that thing again that I usually do on Wednesdays, where I have a meal on the afternoon on the Wednesday, and then all Thursday, all Friday up to now, chippy night, I don't have nothing to eat, because when I got to Cotswolds, I put on a few pounds, and then obviously I had to.
Naughty boy.
Yeah, I went back up to 1410 from 14.5, right?
Yeah.
I woke up this Friday morning. What time are we on? Yeah, I woke up this morning and 14.6. I thought if I can get to 14.5 before I go to Kelly's, I'll be dead chuffed. But I thought I can't see it myself. I'll probably get to 14.8, 14.9. Like 14 stone, 0.9, maybe 7 at the least.
I think I jumped over there.
I myself to see 14.6. I thought, yeah, I'll have some of that. I thought that'll be 14.5 when I come home and weigh myself again before I
Well,
jump on.
what are you, 6'2", I
Because
say?
working and everything, it'll maybe shed another.
What are you, 6'2", Pete?
I got in, yeah, yeah.
Well, about 6'2", between 13 and 14 stone, that's all right, at 6'2". I'm 6'4", and I weigh about, I fluctuate between 12 and 15 stone at the moment. I've trimmed my end down, but I've probably built more muscle mass, so I'm 12 and 3/4 or 13, I can't remember now. I'm just under 13 or about 15 stone again now. But I ended up, over Christmas, I think I pumped myself up to nearly 14 stone or something. I don't know, I've been a bit greedy, like.
So what did you weigh then this morning?
Dinners and cakes and that. So you better off putting a bit of weight on through winter, because this is a natural cycle. If you imagine going back to like being an hunter-gatherer or a unicorn there. Yeah, hunter-gathering things. You think we'd be hunting and gathering now in winter and that, or coming up to winter. They'd be on berries and things like that, and fruits that you'd harvest and that through them times of year. And obviously they'd like store meat and things like that, won't they? Especially if it were icy, they'd bury it and that, depending on the, and freeze it and that and things. You know what I mean? Obviously we won't be here if they didn't survive and that, would they? You know what I mean? In them times and that. But it's a natural thing where we tend to put more fat on.
Did you hear that pop earlier? That was one of Kelly's birthday balloons, that was. You said something, and right when you said it, one of Kelly's balloons popped. There's nowhere bloody near him, and it's just gone bang.
That's crazy. That's crazy, mate. That is
mad, that is.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot as well. I was messing about with them rocks I fetched back the other day off at the beach and that. And I thought they might have need to, right? I did magnetic tests. I've weighed them. I did magnetic tests, and they're heavy, but size they are. They're magnetic. I've took some samples out. The only thing I've got to do now is the window test.
Then Adam, because I haven't drunk tea or coffee for quite a while.
I'm gonna do this to him and that. I've got my tile cutter out of a day. See that, right? And I've got this tile cutter. And get a little window test and that. That's not one. That's just
Margaret. Good night, Kelly. Bye, Kelly.
See you later, Kel.
Night, Kelly.
Take care. Good night. God bless.
Hearing of snoring in about 5 minutes.
It's gonna be like me then. That's why I sleep separate. Me, I've got my own bed.
Like sometimes I'll nudge. Well, a lot of the time I'll nudge her, and she'll slap me for it.
You'll beat me.
Spare room that she's renting out at the moment for Airbnb. But every now and again, when it's free, I'll go in that room if the snoring's too bad for me.
Not told us going to get some bad.
That's right. We're getting van out. We're getting bedded back at van there.
Can't help it. I've had to sound like a pig. Grunt like
it's like sleeping with a fucking bouncy ball, mate. And kicking her legs about, and I'm laid there and I feel this, and it's like bed bound to the back. It's like this with arms. Smash me in the face and that, kicking me. And then I'll go, get up, like, get an elbow out, get up, bloody hell, and that. And so get off, turn over, and then go. And it's like, oh, for Christ's sake. So I'll get the shit, and like, fuck this, I'm getting it van. It's a nightmare.
Yeah,
she's up and down, like, up and down all the time for the bloody toilet and that. She's got bladder problems, see, and that. She can't help it, like, it's old age, isn't it, Joe?
15, 11 days. In fact, it's first today.
That's Michael, get my head down in van tonight. Yay!
11 more days to go and I'm 50.
Yeah, Julie's birthday, so.
What day?
11th.
11th of July, mine.
Yeah.
Next up, I think
She's the
it's
50. 50. The old bitch.
She's 50. She doesn't look it, does she?
50 year old, yeah.
She's a couple of 3 years old. Well, I'm 48, you're 50, aren't you? About 2.5 years difference between us in birth age.
Yeah, toy boy.
I'm toy boy, me. Yeah.
Man, you're making me feel young.
What are you when you fix it?
Forever young, mate. Forever
No,
young.
no, shower.
Nah, but you're in your 40s, you weren't, Pete?
Yeah, I'll be 42 this August.
Oh,
42.
42 and me putting every year on him then. 42.
Yeah, your birthday is on the same day as mine, mate. On 15th, isn't it? August.
On mine's
Our
30.
Steve, my sister's is on 12th. Our Steve, brother-in-law, our sister's older brother. His is on 1st. My sister's is on 12th. My mate round is on 13th. Yours is on 13th. So it's going to be a busy bloody month and that again, isn't it? You'll be a Leo then, Pete, innit?
Yeah.
King of the castle.
I'm a Capricorn. Orchid goat. Well, I can be. Yeah. God, I'm the cigar. I'm trying to make it spin out. I'll put it down a bit again because I'm enjoying it. That's all.
Never corner an Aries with bad intent, because Aries can fuck you up.
Who's that?
Aries.
Who's that? Yeah.
My brother is an Aries, and when we was little, I used to pick on him as brothers do. But one day, he had enough, and he shocked the crap out of me. He
my
kicked my
stepdad, he was that.
Yeah, he was Aries.
He was very strict, very fucking strict.
He was setting his bloody ways, man.
Yeah.
Really setting his ways. Nice. I'll tell you what, he couldn't half cook though. He used to put a nice spread on, didn't he?
So Kelly's a Cancerian, a caring Cancerian like me, then, isn't she? Yeah, the caring Cancerians.
Oh, Margaret's August 6.
Oh, she's
You 6th of August, is it? Wow. Another one as well. I've got to say, how many birthday cards we're going to have to get here now, do?
Does that mean Margaret falls under Leo as well? She alive?
Yeah, Leo.
It's 22nd to 23rd every month. It's changeover. So when you get to 22nd of each month, it changes to the next one.
In fact, my ex-partner, her birthday was 6th of August as well. She was there.
Kelly's falls in between two as well, Gemini and.
Yeah, in fact, Gemini, because my daughter's a Gemini, and she's.
I bet she's a Gemini, right?
It's not Gemini and Taurus like Adam. It's Gemini and the other one. Is it Virgo?
Virgo's after Cancer. Virgo's after Leo.
Yeah, but I think
September.
It's Gemini.
Virgo's September.
Gemini is in June, isn't it?
Yeah.
What comes
before July? And then Leo, August, isn't it?
It's Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus.
Aquarius.
Yeah, that's what my ex was, Aquarius. He's a queer one as well.
Priestly word. And one of his friends up here and that, well, he's not a friend anymore because he's a queer ass and he's
sneaking
and snide and that.
Yeah.
He pinches.
He's got sticky fingers on his dodgy fingers.
He steals things. I don't like that. Something I've never done and I never will steal or thieve anything like that. I don't believe in it. If I want it, I'll pay for it. And if I ain't got money, I can't have it. Simple as that.
Zodiac's like Sagittarius, but I don't think it's Sagittarius.
Sagittarius is December.
My dad's a Sagittarius.
It's beginning of December, Sagittarius. End of November, December.
My dad's a Sagittarius. My mum was a Pisces.
Scorpio.
Our alien's Scorpio, innit?
No, Virgo. September, Virgo.
My brother's a Taurus. I'm a Capricorn. She's Cancer.
Taurus is April.
Yeah.
What's in June?
Gemini.
And so what's in May?
May's, what is it?
Libra.
No, Taurus. It's Taurus is May.
April,
Taurus.
May. No,
What's
Taurus
July?
is April.
April, May, Taurus. My dad was Taurus and he was May.
No, these
Yeah,
things.
it was April into May.
My dad got 21st of May, just change over.
No, you're right, Joe. It's right, yeah.
I know my star sign's May.
Our kid's on 24th, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he just comes in.
He
What's the other side of Gemini? 'Cause she's
Gemini,
obviously
Cancer. Gemini goes to Cancer then.
Gemini and Cancer.
Yeah.
And then, it goes to Virgo, then it goes to Virgo. Then it goes to Scorpio.
No, Gemini, Cancer.
Virgo.
No.
Yeah.
Leo.
Leo, Virgo, yeah. Virgo, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and back to
I should know all this. Especially when I've got all the bloody formation signs records. You'd think I'd know them all by now, but oh well.
Yeah, you're a lion, you.
Yeah.
And I'm a goat with a fish's tail.
And Gemini's are back to back, two separate sides.
A mere goat.
And some people out there are a jug of water.
Yeah. Oh, there's Libra, they're a pair of scales. Bit hard to weigh up. And my son's a bit like that. He's one of them. I can't weigh him up. Like, you know what I mean? My eldest son, he's 30 this time, and he's hard to weigh up him. Like,
it's dodgy.
He's definitely dodgy. Like, pair of scales, him like balance on one side more than the other.
19th of May. Do you know what? I forgot that Adam's older than me. I forgot that.
Adam's 49, isn't he? Adam's 49 this time.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. I thought he was about 41, 42, 43, something like that. But
sure he said
a bit like a year older than me, Adam.
Sure he said 49, coming up 49,
Yeah.
I think 49 or something.
Yeah, man. It's just a number.
It is.
You're as old as you feel, that's what I think.
yeah.
And my other motto is sleep when you die.
I've been getting a pain under my right armpit just lately.
What are you getting a pain?
Yeah, I've had that.
She was moaning about same thing.
My armpit there, it feels really bruised, and I can't remember doing
Yeah, well,
anything.
under your armpits, in your neck, down either side, right, you've got glands which are lymph nodes, and they're under your armpits that go down towards bottom of your rib cage, and then you've got them also from your groin area down your leg a bit, and they're all glands and they're all lymph nodes. Now, there's a lot of things going around on about, and even doctor saying, because he checked out Ava because she got a swollen gland, she'd have quite a bit on her neck. And our sister-in-law goes, well, they're lymph nodes, aren't they? Went, yeah, that's what he was saying. And there's a lot of people suffering with problems with lymph nodes. And these new COVIDs and all that. And this is apparently what they're doing, they're affecting lymph nodes, isn't it, Joe? And that's no BS. That is 100% true data. I've even heard it from my own doctor, because I'm sure I'll tell you today, I've got a meeting with doctors next week. Because I was talking to Dr. Victor Tom, because I'm doing a write-up and a report for doctors. And when I was giving him some more information again since last time I saw him, he went, well, you need to really be sharing this data, Mr. Burgess, and I think you need to talk to senior doctors as well. So I said, well, you organise a meeting and we'll all sit around the table and I'll present it and fetch it and we'll discuss it and I'll share my information and that. So I must know what I'm on about because they're taking me very, very seriously. So, I've proved it to them and I've shown them stuff under the microscope. Oh, they're like, yeah. I should have stopped at uni or stopped at my bloody sixth form and then gone to uni or something, really, when I think about it. I should have got my A level in human and social biology and art and that, but I wish I'd have took it further. That's what I'm trying to do now, I'm hoping. I'm a bit behind, like, with everything. I've got not been studying as much as I should, so I think I've got about another 18 months left on this course, and if I pass it, I'll probably get a PhD, hopefully. Fingers crossed, everybody. I want my PhD. The money for nothing on the MTV. Dire Straits, innit? Money for nothing and your chicks for free.
I need to
That
learn
ain't
to use
working.
that bloody AI studio, man, so I can make some proper decent music. Man.
Here, have you heard about this? I was telling that last. I goes, check this out, mate. You know, Elon Musk and Zuckerberg, they're going to have a fucking wrestling match or something, aren't they? Elon's on about knocking fuck out of Zuckerberg. Has been practicing and I watched it. I'll have to find it and I'll send you a video link. And it looks pretty handy lad and that. He's putting some beef on. I think he'll wipe Zuckerberg. I hope he does anyway. I can't do with the guy. Has it stopped? Been pissing it down all day. I'll tell you what, it has really come down today, hasn't it, rain?
We're getting some kind of Rice Krispies effect going on. I don't know
What, snap, crackle and pop?
Snap, crackle and pop. Which usually
Not Cocoa Pops. Maybe Cocoa Pops turn the milk chocolatey, don't they?
Robot. Robot roll call. Robot roll call. Robot roll call.
Robot.
Robot.
Could be worse. It could have been Dalek. But yeah, crazy world we're living in at the moment. Yeah, art. Let's have a little chinwag about art as well, right? Because this popped up again today about art.
Well, you was gonna talk about that anyway, weren't you?
Yeah. I'm just looking at my notes here now because my head is going. There's that much to discuss and stuff and that, and I enjoy talking to everybody, and I think it's good. I like it. This is how it's about, isn't it? Talking to one another sensibly.
No, well, we do plenty of streams, Joel. We'll eventually get it all out.
I need some help getting this bloody thing set up so I can do some live streams because I'd love to get on live. So I want you to come on and Adam and whoever else. You can all come on my streams if I get working. I don't know what I told you, didn't I? So it keeps saying I've got not correct data, but I've updated all my phone and everything. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do with that. I think that StreamYard thing, innit? So I don't know if to just.
I'm gonna
pay for whatever I've got to pay for.
I'm gonna nick robot
and do it that way. I don't know how to do it like, but I don't want to pay some of it and then waste my money and not be able to go on sort of thing. So I don't like wasting money. It's got to save every penny really. Use it wisely. Oh, see, it's been here all the time. Look. I forgot about that one. Smoke a cigar now.
Did it work?
Don't even explain. Yeah, forgot about that.
Hey, it wiped.
Yeah. God, fucking hell. That's it, bro.
Man, can't believe that.
No, don't count on that.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn the tricks, Kay.
Last week, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying that. Forgot about it. That's pretty good.
No, it's all fine now. It's all fine.
Yeah, it sounds alright on my end here. Sounds alright here. You just fart. You just bloody fart then. Nice. Yeah, rap anyway. Something we mentioned about. In fact, we're funky on about it again and that.
Thanks, Margaret. I'll definitely try that.
And I watched a video a few weeks back showing you where they all are around globe and that. Because a lot of people think there's just one art, but they're in every country. They're in Antarctica.
See, I thought they was in different strategic countries, but I didn't know they had one in every country.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then that would make sense.
I'll find this bloody video and send it to you.
That would make more sense to have them in every country.
Apparently, we're on about this one. He knows somebody that works. I think he still works to this day on a base in Antarctica, and his job is working at ARP in Antarctica. And That was rather interesting. And they said that when they fired it up, back in, I forgot when they said it was, maybe 80s, 90s or something like that, or maybe before that. Something. But when they fired it up, it caused a massive earthquake or something in New Zealand. And they can manipulate weather, wind, rain. They can make droughts, make monsoons, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes go off. A lot of things can manipulate sky, weather. And then I'm thinking to myself, here's one I'm going to throw to you all. Because we're on about with sun as well, with solar maximum and mins and that. And I'm thinking to myself, what if it is possible, if they can do that with heart and manipulate our atmosphere and weathers and Earth itself, Gaia, because that's the name, because she's a living creature, Earth, it's an actual living thing, and she's called Gaia. And is it possible?
Of course, Adam.
They could
Exactly.
control and manipulate the sun's weather. That's one.
Really, Adam? Do you know what point? Was it just like a little tremor?
I think we had an earthquake a few weeks back.
I'm pretty sure we've got a different, what is it? What do you call it? We've got a different table. I know we've got a different table measuring for tornadoes to America, but I'm pretty sure we've got one for earthquakes as well. I think ours is different for earthquakes as well.
They've got sensors everywhere, aren't they? They're like buoys and sea and stuff like that to detect tremors and that. But yeah, is it possible that they could manipulate the sun's weather with heart? Food for thought there, isn't it? That's one to have a look in.
I'll never forget the 2005 earthquake.
Well, I'm sure we got one a couple of weeks back.
When was it? Was it 2000? I think it was 2003, actually.
You might, yeah, I think you're right there, Pete. I think it is. I can remember what you're on about a bit.
Yeah. There was two of them. There was one. They were roughly about the same.
We had one in Scotland, wasn't it? It was in Scotland or something like that. Is that the one you're on about?
No, like we had, I swear to God, somewhere in the early 2000s, we had two earthquakes. We had one like around about 2000. And then you can Google it, man. We had one around about 2000. And then we had one around about 2002, 2003, a year or two later. Tell you what, the first one came out of nowhere, scared the crap out of me.
Well, when I heard that,
3 point something, but enough to shake stuff.
Well, I was laid in bed, and I felt it more than I heard it. It windows that vibrated and that. I could do this, right? You hear that? Well, that's what it did to windows. It rattles them and that. And I felt it. I laid down in bed and that, and I fucking felt it come through the floor.
Yeah, and, Adam remembers that as well.
Yeah. It's Earth getting torn apart. That's what she's growing. It's moaning. She's cracking up, isn't it? It's cracking and splitting, mate. There's apparently not in Antarctica, in Arctic, Iceland. Is it Iceland, Greenland, Iceland? One of them, right? They keep firing up a volcano. That keeps going off up there, doesn't it? With lava and magma pouring out. I was watching something last night. In fact, that was one of the things I watched. It just popped in my head now about it. And they've detected this big magma chamber coming up now. It's about ready to pop. And if this baby pops, it's going to set Yellowstone off. I know. That's good, isn't it? Because Yellowstone is getting revved up and all.
They've been saying Yellowstone's ready to pop for about a couple of years now, since 2020.
Ground's swelling up, innit? Keeps going up and down and that, like building up and that. Well, they reckon this is connected to Yellowstone, you know, magnet tubes and all this and things that are like in Earth that are running through under plates and things and oceans or whatever. That's linked to Yellowstone one because it's up like on the Northern Hemisphere, isn't it? Sort of thing. And if this magma, what the reckoning is if this magma chamber pops in Greenland or Iceland or whatever, I'm sure it's Iceland or Greenland or something like that, up that way. And they're worried that when this vents, it's going to make Yellowstone collapse, you know, by lowering pressure at magnas, which then it'll break. If it passes, it's just going to go, and then so it'll set that one off as well at Yellowstone, because they're linked, apparently, is what I found out. Whether it's true or not, but probably is. Probably all volcanoes are linked together anyway, some way or another. There's a few others as well that's meant to be going to blow or pop and that. Trying to think where the other one is. Or watching, might be Italy or something like that. Not Mount Vesuvius. There's another one. Trying to think which it is. I'm sure it's in Italy somewhere. You what, dude?
What's it called now? It's a lake or something, isn't it?
A lake. I think I know what you're on about.
Mark will probably know.
It popped up the other day in a video, that lake that you're on about, I think. How is it now? What do you call it? Is it Lake Subia or something? I don't remember now. But I think if it's what you're on about.
Krakatoa rumbled other day. Wow, Krakatoa, man. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Vesuvius, is that?
Vesuvius, yeah, Mount Vesuvius. I think it's that. Is it that way? Is that right? Is what Margaret's on about that in Italy? Vesuvius, something like that.
Adam says poisoning the water supply in America.
Yeah.
Another train derailment
on that bridge, wasn't it?
River.
Yeah, I seen that a couple of 3 days ago. Managed to derail somehow on this fucking bridge and collapse it all with loads and loads of then what would you call them, oil tank carts, things, what the trains and that. They were all in the river and that. Probably deliberate, I think. But I've been saying for ages there's a lot of funky stuff putting in water. I know America's putting other chemicals into water, in water plants and that. Extra fluoride and chlorines and stuff like that. Fluoride is really, really dangerous, you know, for the human body. And they put it in as toothpaste as well. You know, Indians, they don't even brush, Aborigines, have you noticed, right? They've always got nice teeth and that, and white, aren't they? But they don't use the toothpaste at all like that. They use, is it tobacco? Begins with T, doesn't it? Not tarmac, it's tobacco or something like that. This herb and that. It's like a ginger, isn't it? You know, ginger, a root. They use that oil, like olive oil or something like that, and see things that do, they mix it like a thing and that, and they just use a finger and go like that with it, and then it's called oil pulling. They have oil after, and you swish it around your mouth, and it's called oil pulling and that, and they do that, and their teeth they're not even bother with dentists at all, you know what I mean? And it's frigging toothpaste and shit like that. Water that's fucking us up and sugar and crap that we're eating.
Bicarbonate sodium bicarbonate, or whatever you call it.
Bicarbonate soda, yeah. You've got to be careful with bicarbonate soda because if you put too much on it, it'll strip your enamel off your teeth and then that ends up causing more tooth decay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does actually, it does benefit bicarbonate soda, like, pretty good, but it will strip. It will strip the enamel and that with excess use and things like that. But yeah, that bloody, what I'm watching today with Dr. Bean and Paul Brooks and that's were very interesting what they were showing with death rates and that. I don't know if everybody knows, but it has been in media about excess death rates that they can't understand or quite work out, and that's been over the last couple of months, isn't it? And figures are quite shocking, mate. Figures.
I just read mine that say I can't understand. Sometimes that happens. Do you want to talk free energy for me?
Yeah, let's have a free energy thing before I get shoved out to the fucking window or something with FBI like Tesla.
So you were saying today, weren't it?
Free energy. I'm on weight. I've been working very, very hard over the last week or so. I keep fitting a bit of this in and a bit of that. So I've got my new soldering iron, and I've got I showed you it the other day, didn't I? My good old granddad, being the man he was, my good old granddad, took this when he was in army. Did he? Oh, I don't know how he acquired it, but you can see that, everybody.
Yeah.
With compliments from NATO. Right, who can get, what do you think's in here, everybody? What do you think's this? What do you think's in it? Come on, get it. Comments now, what do you think's in it? And I'll open it and show you what's in it. It's pretty old. Probably older than me. Maybe not. But it's old. It works. It works. I've been needing that. I needed my soldering iron and I needed that. And now I've got them both. So I've got my new soldering iron. It's beauty as well. Wicked. But yeah, I've been tinkering about. I've ripped another telly to pieces and that I got good. And well, rather than buying them, you salvage them. Parts and components that I need. But yeah, now I've got these babies. Rock and roll. It's important. I needed this because I don't want to be blowing my sen up and that. So, well, not blowing my sen up, but electrocuting my sen more than that. Some components will store power in for quite a long time, and there's some bits and bobs I'm messing about with. They've got 4,500 volts in and 900 volts and stuff like that, and charge and capacitors, and you have to discharge them. Well, now I've got that, I can discharge them, but this is how easy it is, right? This is what I use to discharge power out of circuits and that. It's a little electric motor, look. And I just wire that onto it and discharge it, and it'll go, and then that's it. I know it's safe then. There's no like getting a shock in that. It can be quite shocking, you know. About vitamin chemtrails as well the other day. I think I posted it. I'll have to post it. I did some videos and that. Shitloads to post. I had a little whinge about the
Really,
chemtrails. But yeah, free energy. Oh, anybody any idea what's in it? In that box, in my black box? It's not secret documents. It's a device. I'll show you. You ready? It's that. It's that. That's what it is. Multimeter. And the beauty of this one is I can interfere with telecommunications with it as well. I might have to start doing it to governments and that, innit? Interfere with their fucking internet and shit, the bastards. Yeah.
Link up
This is what I've got it in my little vice. So it's steady. Well, fuck about it, soldier around, but this is what I've been on with anyway. Stripping some components out of this. That's capacitor. That's the 900 volt of that one. That's a beauty. And I've got a few other bits in that. These heat exchangers there and that. I'm building some inverters. That's what I'm on with. I'm building inverters. Because what I've got to do is get laser on 3.5 volts. I can get 5 to 5.5 volts from using laser, but I need to get 3.5 volts back out of that to keep running laser under its own steam. So it powers it and just goes round and round, and unless you turn it off, it don't go off. But then I've got to convert that, which would be like, so I'm 3.5 volts. I've got a couple and a half volts left, so then I've got to get that converted. This is a tricky bit now, because I need a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it with diodes and fields, which is, these are diode fields here. They cause magnetic waves, because you've got a separation in between it and copper coils either side, and they create a magnetic field to stop interference and stuff like that. So they're part of it. And I think I've just got to get it built and then fire it up and see what happens. And if it fucking works this time, this is it. This is it, baby. This one works. I've just got to have a bit of fine-tuning to do on it, and then I'll be unleashing it. Yeah! I'm going to show everybody it running live. I will plug every fucking thing in house on it and run the fucking lot all at once.
You're going to lock the door.
Baby, when I've worked it out, right, this will pump a maximum of 10 kilowatt out, right?
You're going to be in the
back
that
box I've just shown you? It'll be no more bigger than that box, and that will power everything. Your house, your car. Oh. Because there'll be a little knob, you can have 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt for it up to 10. Because you might not need to run up 10 kilowatt, depends on what you're loading onto it. The more load, the hotter it's going to get, sort of thing. So the major problem I've got is to keep it cool. Well, I've sussed it. I've fucking sussed it. Synth waves. Yeah. I've sussed it. Because the first attempt, it lasted about 5 minutes and then burnt out and set it on fire. So I had to get fire extinguisher and put it comes out. So I've had to start again.
You learned from your mistakes and you knew where to go. You knew what you was doing after that, pretty much.
Yeah, well, it's trial and error. I mean, nobody's invented it yet. There's ideas and that, they're getting there. There's a few people catching up and that. I've got to be careful. Because people might pinch my idea before I get it out and that. There's still people working on it and that, but I've been sharing things with Roger Spurs and this and that, and he keeps doing videos on it because it was him that like set me off a bit with it. And I'm like, wow, this guy's on to something that I'm thinking. So that's how I ended up getting into with Roger at Mud Fossils University, plus with mud fossils and biology, and because he does stuff about with bacterias, free energy, mud fossils. He's all right guy. He knows his shit, but they're just fucking a lot of people ridicule him and that. But he fucking knows his shit, mate. I tell you now, he's not no idiot. He knows his shit.
Oh, Watchwoman's come on. Hi, Watchwoman. How you doing?
Hi, Watchwoman. Good videos lately you've been doing, love.
Yeah, she's been doing quite a bit just lately.
Yeah, she's really doing well.
Really interesting stuff, man.
Is yeah, I agree on it. Keep up the good work. I like it.
You know, she points out so much stuff, but then you know, Seven does as well. He points out so much stuff that I don't see at first. It's quite interesting how she does it.
Yeah, she's on it. Like, she's on it. It's good. I like to see that. Another one that's on the right wavelength like us, isn't it? Not to be fooled by these. I don't know what to call them. These that are supposed to be looking after our best interests and running the show. I think Biden's completely screwed as well now, isn't he? He's up shit creek without no paddle. If he has got a paddle, somebody shoved it up his fucking ass.
You know, a lot of
the
stuff that's going on in the mainstream media, I'm unaware of. I've just totally cut off from it.
No, I'm not mainstream media. These are people that are telling you thing and that.
Oh, right. I'm not even. Honestly, I'm watching pure, mainly UFO and
yeah. I've been a bit UFO
disclosure and what's going on with this war kind of streams just lately. Anything to do with Biden or what's going on with this party or political bollocks going on here and this, that, and the other.
That with Nigel Farage is rotten what they've done to him and his family. That they're trying to oust him, innit? Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
It's a funny old game, isn't it? It's a funny old game. Anyone for tennis? Have a little kick about football if you want. Right, it's a bit dark now over here. Time happy now. Time flies when you're having fun, but I like it. But yeah, I've been on similar sort of mode as you, Pete, and that UFO. Looking into COVIDs and bird flus, this with bloody war thing. A lot of political stuff as well. I've been looking into a lot of political things with bloody Prime Minister and everything and whatever crap else that they're dreaming up for us.
Just had to refresh the page.
Was it Graham Hancock? He's totally screwed. I think he's after prison, isn't he? He's gone. Told wanky cock. I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Well, you can go to fucking jail if you want, then, innit, eh? That's where that, again, mate, you know, these camera things, it's popped in my head about that, what you were mentioning, Pete, right? Yeah. Apparently, these cameras, right, that's what caught Hancock out, innit? Because they're supplying and they're fitted in all government buildings, parliament, streets. They want them in his houses, the lot. Well, they're in his houses, they're in your fucking TV and everything on your bastard phone, like that, isn't it? Fingerprinted codes on your fucking phone like I've got. They've got you. Got you, mate. Got you. Yeah. Got us. This is why I need this energy box sorting out and get it up and running ASAP. I want this. I'm hoping. I mean, I reckon I've got about a month to 2 months work on it to do, because it's I've got to like juggle it in between school and everything else with kids and that. I can't just sit there and lock myself away all the time and that. I've got to be a dad and a partner, you know, husband or whatever and that. And
those are my wife.
Do a bit of work now and again and shit. But I reckon in the next 2 months, I'll have it on the table and I'm going to pull cover off it and go, diddy! And we can all watch it do its job. And hopefully, I'll probably not get killed or shut down with a bit of luck. Because energy, even my dad's worried and that. I got 2 bollockings off him yesterday. I get a bollocking, at least 1 bollocking a day off my dad. And I'm nearly 50, you know what I mean? But not too old to get a bollocking.
Have you heard of frequencies that are designed to that are
I know
emitted
all
out.
sorts about frequencies.
Adam might know something about this.
I know all sorts
Have
about
you
frequencies.
heard of certain frequencies that have been designed to emit from consoles and other sorts of electrical things, especially with consoles in mind, where they're supposed to feed your mind and
Yeah, the
it
low frequency that you can't hear.
promotes a certain chemical in your brain, and what with the stimulus of playing the computer, Adam might know something about.
Yeah, what it does is it's a frequency
He just got
that
me going
interferes
on what
with
he
the
was
pineal
saying.
gland. The interferences that interfere with your pineal gland, right? And then they can
Yeah.
alter your rate of endorphins and that through your brain. So then it can mess about with you. Basically, neuronical problems, like it can cause lots of neuronic problems and that, and also put thoughts in your head that you don't think you're thinking, but you're not thinking. It's there making you think it.
In fact, do you know what's his bloody name now? Not Paul McKenna, the other one, the gay guy.
Paul, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, what's his name now?
I
Adam's gonna say it before us, isn't
know I can't think of his name.
he? You've got Paul McKenna, but then you've Darren Brown, right?
Yeah.
He did something on the same wavelength as what I was saying about the frequencies from he does this mind control sort of stimulus thing, and they designed this game. Did you ever see that episode of Darren Brown where they designed a game, and it was in one of these like arcade things?
Like that little arcade game thing. I've got it wrong.
It was a zombie game. It was a zombie game that they made, yeah. And they put him under a spell, and then when he was asleep, they carried him from the pub away from the game, the zombie game they designed. He was playing, and then they moved him into a room, a real room that looked exactly like what you see on the screen on the game. And then actors came out of nowhere, like zombies coming at him, and they put a gun in his hand, a fake gun in his hand, and he wakes up and he goes 3, 2, 1, wake up, eyes open, wide awake. And the zombies are coming out. He carries on playing the game in real life, and he's freaking out. He's like, "Holy fucking shit! Is this real?" And he's like, "Get back, get back!"
They must have like hypnotized him or something by using frequencies so that he couldn't tell between the game and actual reality.
MK Ultra.
I'd say, oh, got it, my friend. Yeah, they're doing a lot of fucking crazy shit with us and that. This 5G, I'm dreading this when they fucking fire this up in full swing.
Darren Brown, yeah, you fucker.
No, I honestly believe it. I mean, I'm not a very computer person and that, and I suppose in a way that's good because God knows what they're doing with them and that, you know, with manipulation and that. I mean, I'd love to get hold of one of these new Sony computers and take it to fucking bits and see what's inside the bastards and that.
Yeah.
I could do it laser out of one, really. I want a laser, a Blu-ray. If anybody's got an old crappy PlayStation or something with a Blu-ray in, I'd appreciate it if you could send me the laser out it or something.
Does it have to be a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2?
No, one with Blu-rays in them.
Split PlayStation 2, ain't it?
I don't know. I've never had one. In fact, no, not PlayStation 2. Is it a 5 or something like that? I don't know. No, it's not there.
Mate, I haven't even gone any higher than 3. I'm still stuck on PS3. I ain't even had a go on a PlayStation 4.
It might be PS3. They've got a Blu-ray DVD player thing in them or something, haven't they?
I was just getting ready to get myself a PlayStation 4 Pro.
I'm not bothered about PlayStation. I just want fucking laser. That's all. That's all I want. I just want laser lens out in it. That's all. Because blue lasers are fucking really powerful, like, but they're going to need a bit more power. So what I'm using is a red laser. You've got red, green and blue. Other thing I thought about doing and that, but I don't know if I'll be able to get one now in our country. But you can buy them from China. They look like a lightsaber hilt or a big torch, don't they? And they've got like 3 and 5 kilowatt lasers in that'll fucking burn a fucking hole through the door or something, you know what I mean? I'd like to get my hands on one of them. I'm not bothered about a torch, just want fucking laser out of it. Rest in it. I'm not interested, I just want the laser. I just want the dubbings out of it. The stuff that's inside, that's what I want. But yeah, I've got to build 3 inverters to go into this device, but they've got to be small, but not overheat. And like I said, one will harness laser all run, power through the venturial collector, which I've called it a VC, a Ventura or a venturial collector. So you've got to squeeze light, the photons and electrons and neurons and that through a Ventura and separate the black particle from the white particle. So the white particles, the electrons, they're what we want because they really, really charge up when they squirt through. But the black particle, which is a neuron, can't get through because they're too heavy. Because that's gravity and dark matter. That's your dark matter. A neuron. Photons. Yeah? They become a photon as they come through, you know what I mean? But you've got to separate that black particle, and then idea is you divide it through, and black particles then will go round through other side of Ventura. White particle comes in, because as they release them from black particle, fuck knows what speed it goes up to, but they go beyond speed of light. Yeah, I can actually get them to go beyond speed of light. And basically they become a mini sun. The energy is unreal. It's like we aren't testing it. This is where I've needed that black box thing that I've got, the multimeter and that. They could be doing, if I could I've got to find I'll find out when I put it through Ventura collector, wire it into it, and then I'll get a reading of what power it's coming out. But I hope it doesn't blow my fucking multimeter up, because I don't think it'll go to that kind of power and cope with it. But they could be doing like 10,000 volts or something. I could be getting 10,000 volts. It's pretty good, isn't it? But the volts is not. That's not all. The key thing is, right? This is the thing. This is because if it were that easy, anybody'd be able to do it. It's not. Whatever you put in, you've got to put more in to get it back out, basically. And it's the amplifying. You've got to get the amps up. It's the kilowatts of it, synth waves. Now, synth waves are frequencies. This is what I've been looking into. And you've got high to low, low to high, and mediums. Right? Well, I want the low to high synth wave, which is the hardest one to do. That's the third one out of 3, and that is the hardest. And what it does is, when you look at waves, you could go like that, can't they? And like they're really big waves, but and then your middle one's like a bit smaller, and then third one, it's just a nice steady little wave. Well, that's what I want, a nice steady wave of flow of power. And
Adam said he's got a PS4 for you, Joel. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
What, to take to bits? It will never work again, you know, when I operate on it. It'll probably need a new laser.
You ain't getting your laser back, Adam. It's making a robot, really, ain't you?
I am a robot. I wish I were.
Yeah, he said it's broke, so you can have it.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. I'll have to get my address to you and that. I'm fucking dying to catch up with you to meetings and that in person and that. Definitely got to do this shit. Kel's starting up here at Ireland soon, ain't she? July, you said?
Yeah.
Where's she working in Hull?
In Hull.
Yeah, it's about what? I can get from here to Hull in about half hour. depending on traffic. If it's not that busy, 20 minutes, 25 tops.
Yeah.
No more than half an hour, really, like. Because obviously you've got to stick to the speed limits. Sometimes.
I'm coming. Adam said he's coming Bridlington in August.
Yeah, man. You
So
want to
that's
get
when
your
I'll be
send
going
up, you'll
over.
get your send up as well,
That's when,
Pete.
I'll be going over for my birthday. I'll go over there for my birthday. This is what we
Yeah,
discussed.
buzzing, man. That'd be buzzing. That. Want to have a birthday party?
For my birthday, maybe. Go over to.
You want a birthday? Shall we have a beach party?
Fucking be
That's what
nice.
we
If the weather's okay.
That's what I said to Joe. I said, if we come up, I goes, I hope fucking weather's going to be right for us. Because it's been absolutely fucking beautiful up here this last
Can grid off part of
week.
the beach and do some fossil digging.
Yeah, there's shit. Hey, listen, mate, there's 15 mile of beach that we're walking down here. There's coast, Jurassic coastline. Listen, mate, you're gonna buzz off it. We'll Dayers Dyke, up Flamber. I'm gonna show you as much as I possibly can in as much time we can get in it, mate.
Love it, Adam.
You're gonna fucking love it, mate. It's fucking. We'll do a bit of fishing off harbour. I've got loads of fishing rods and that. We'll have a couple of hours.
Bring my decks over.
Yeah, definitely. Fetch your decks. I'll get an Asbo. No,
and this one I got from a beach party I had with my mates.
Yeah, no, we've definitely got to have a party and that, innit? Definitely. Do some exploring and that. I'm busting to get back up Dane's Dyke again. I've been for a few weeks. We're going to go over day, but I was like, we don't want to go to Dane's Dyke. Can we go to the beach instead? I went, yeah, all right, we'll go to the beach then instead. So I went and took her to that beach overnight. I left the Joe here because she went very well. And I thought, I'll test him out and that, because tide was coming near enough up and that. And where I parked, I'm only like, I don't know, I'd say like 50 metres away from him or something like that. And I was sat in van watching that window. I said, I'll let you go down the beach. Make sure that you stay with there this Thursday, and I'll keep an eye on you. And I'll get my shit together, and I'll be 5 minutes, and I'm going to come down and I'll watch it and that. And we're fucking buzzing and that. And they were making stuff in sand and that. I goes, what are you doing? They're going, we're making an Atlantis. I went, oh, yeah, really? They went, yeah. Because we were going to let waves come in and that and wash it away like the Titanic did to Atlantis when it sunk under the sea. I went, oh, I like that. So I filmed it and that video, you know what I mean? Just we were buzzing off it. And they made some old mechs and that, you know, from East Island and that, and let them get washed away with sea and that. And buzzing off it. I had a paddle. They had a paddle. We walked into it, water up to the knees or something like that. Got some water samples and some slime and stuff like that, and greeny gunky stuff or whatever off it, wave breakers and sewage pipe thing that comes out or whatever. Oh, I'm a look at that, but I ain't got round to doing that yet. Oh, we ended up finding another frigging crab as well. So we've got 3 crabs now. Not 2, but 3.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. You want me to grab them?
You can, I don't mind having a quick look.
Yeah, I'll go grab them and that. I'll get them out. See if it bites me. They were laughing a bit. I got it and that. Went, quick, Daddy, get it and that. I goes, get him here. And that didn't even it. I wanted like another thing. See if I can grab one. There's a little one, a medium one, and a big one. Who can I get first? Where the swine? They're all hiding now. Get him in. Where? Bloody thing. Sneaking off. Like bloody lightning, Pete. I might have to. Do this one. Yeah, you little swat. Jumped out, man. Get this one. Come here. Little bite. getting me. Yeah, that's one of them. Look. Little swine. They're biting me. I'll put them back.
Quite big. It's bigger than the last two you had, isn't it?
Yeah, it shed its shell the other day and that. I tried to save it, but it's the betty. They're in here, like little swines. There's nipper, snapper, and what do they call the other one there? I forgot what the name of the one there. Oh, Mr. Krabs out of SpongeBob. Hey, SpongeBob! Krabby Patty. There's nipper, snapper, Mr. Krabs. That big one's Mr. Krabs, what we picked back over there. Right, I'll leave him in here for a bit. I need to looks in it. I'm gonna have to go back down the beach tomorrow and get some more water and stuff and that. We're just trying to get a fish tank for them. I said, I'm gonna get him a fish tank and with pump and all that because I've kept them before for years and that. And we had one crab. I've got all shells and I saved them and that. And you know what the tiddly one I found that I've just picked up now? It was a bit smaller than that when we first got it, and it ended up being like that. And then we let him go. We had it for over 12 months and that. I saved all shells and that where it shedded and like, no, it's ex-skeleton. I'll have to dig them out one of the days. I'll show you. And there's like one when it's right little tiny and then a bit bigger, a bit bigger, a bit bigger, a bit bigger. They're all intact. It looks like a crab, but it's just empty. And I've managed to keep them all intact. And that's what I used to wait while it shedded his shell and then get shell out. And that. But I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what, right? When you get a tank and you sat there, the comical as well, you know what I mean? When you're watching them, I find them really funny and amusing. Like I buzz off them and that. What's the Jill saying?
Oh, I like that one. What about renting a camper?
Yeah, camper van.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Ad. Come down on the train. Because then you can get lashed, mate.
Me and our lass, I'll let you into a secret. We're trying to, as mates, she's got hotels and apartments and caravans and chalets and all sorts, right? Oh. I'm going to get in touch with her, but it depends. She's always booked up, like sometimes even 12 months in advance. People book things and that, you know what I mean? Because they're regulars and that. But she's got all available. I'm going to see if I can organise a static caravan or something like that, or maybe
anti-static.
Which one is it, Jill? That one in town, that bloody thing. What she's got? She's got one with a balcony that looks out over to sea with her the other day, and she's got a few. Is it on Crescent, Jill? Put it in comments. She's very busy with her booking. All right, there you go. But yeah, she's got some nice caravans and stuff like that. We used to work for her, me and Joe and that. We used to run about 13 chalets for her at one bit, plus his own. We had 2 chalets of his own. And I'm like handyman. I was on 24/7 call basically. I could just get a phone call to the clock and go. I have to go around and because they can't work out how to turn TV on or something like that, or repair something. Joe used to clean and that.
Yeah. Where we stayed. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, Cotswold. I'm gonna have to come down your end as well one of the days.
Have you got many static caravans local?
You what, Pete?
Have you got static caravans local to you?
Oh yeah.
Is it Masonette?
Masonette, that's it. Masonette.
Masonette.
There's a Masonette. There's an apartment, studio. There's one. She's got different names for them. She's got, in fact, if you Google seagulls, what is it, Joe? Seagulls, isn't it?
Stephen.
It's called Seagulls, and she's called Ruth Bainbridge.
Yeah, Ruth Bainbridge. And the business is called Seagulls Holiday let things. She's got websites. She's got some fantastic. Honestly, mate, you won't believe something.
I haven't seen her for years because when Well, no,
Well, we've moved, haven't we, since
I used to run about 12 different things for her.
12, 15, wasn't it?
I used to do
Yeah.
I used to do apartments,
Yeah, we used to.
showers, big log cabin with a jacuzzi.
Yeah,
That's quite expensive there, then though.
She had a big log cabin with an upstairs in with hot tub and jacuzzi thing outside now. So it's, I don't know, she got a new one now.
There's 1-bed flats, 2-bed flats. I used to clean all sorts for her and that, didn't I? And I used to run them all. And then I got pregnant, so. And I had twins, so I couldn't go to work. I used to take them to work at first in car seats and all. And then I got to the stage where it was a bit hard, so crawling all over.
Joel, Adam come up with an idea, yeah. He said, why don't you do a video about it?
What, seagulls? Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Do a video and show us what you got round there.
Yeah, well, she's got some up on Wick Bay, which is up near Skinwalker.
That's a bit far. Well, it's a drive away. You're not built. So close to us.
She's got some just round the corner from us. Some a bit further downtown. I mean, they're all over the bloody place, aren't they? See, up at Farmwick, where we're on about. I mean, I can ferry us about with van and that and stuff like that if you've got no transports and that. But like I said to you, you could get a train. I don't know what train. You might have to swap trains here and there to different lines of what they run on or whatever. And you can get a train here to Brid from Hull, innit? So I don't know. You'd probably have to get on a train and it'd take you to so and so. Then it'd go to Hull, and then get a train from Hull to Brid. Or there's a come from Hull to Brid. There's different ones in the. I'll find out. I'll look into it. I'll get all train times and where they're going. This over.
Well, I'm gutted. We've got rid of our 2 showers. I had 2 showers, and we got rid of them. Didn't we, about 7 years ago?
One were worth about 40 grand, and we were worth about 20, 25 grand, right?
About 5-6 years ago,
we had a 1-bed chalet cabin thing, right? Cedar cabin, and then we had one that were built out of brick, which were best in, wasn't it? We used to stop in that a lot. That was a 2-bed, like a bungalow, basically, just like a bungalow, didn't it?
A 2-bed bungalow.
The rates on track, though, mate. Nice up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mate, he's still trying to figure out how to get onto StreamYard, to be fair, so you got a good point.
He's useless out like that.
Well, hopefully, if he's out to work out how to do it.
So when you come up, if you
do it for me, and that. So I've been waiting. I was to do. I have to get feet to it, and then we'll be come up and that. So I've tried 10 times. I can't work it out. Right, it's not heading.
My daughter comes up. I'll get my daughter to do it because she's been on computers, isn't she? You know.
I know. I thought he put my cigar in it. Have you opened my bit of cigar? I thought she pinched me fucking cigar.
No.
Yeah, I'll do a video and that. I need to do a full tour, really, don't I? Like in one full video and that, and go around everything going, look, this is caravan parks, this is ghosts, it's like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, there's. I'm just trying to think. There's a caravan park just over here, isn't there, as well? But that's not to do with what's that one called? We're fucking train bridges.
Well, Martin, not Martin.
No,
Limekill Lane.
Limekill Lane, one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one in Bridge.
That's like there's loads, mate. They're all over the place. I don't think you'll get hotels much though, because they're all full of dinghy divers.
There's like what's that? Where Becky went in? She went in some. She went in flats, didn't she? Like not flats, they were like flats. They were like
apartments.
Apartments, yeah.
And I can't remember which one it is now. But,
that was down there, we're all rides and all.
Yeah, that's on.
You're in the middle of town, in the middle of all entertainment and everything down there.
There's fair rides on North.
It does get a bit noisy, you know, with nightclubs. It's a bit noisy, like, you know what I mean.
But yeah, there's shitloads of places and that. It's quite popular, Ridlington. I mean, what I forgot what amount of what we usually get. Put it this way, right? In holiday season, especially in 6-week holidays, Ridlington's population ends up 2/3 bigger than what it normally is, isn't it? We end up with 2/3 bigger population for 6 weeks through holidays. We holiday makers. They come from all over down south, everywhere, don't they? We've even had American people. I've talked to loads of people who come from America. That dude from Texas and that, he was funny as hell. He with 8 balls and that. And we were getting pissed and that. He got fucking pissed up, didn't he? And we had 8 balls. They were stopping in Chalice, up where we used to have on South Shore. So it's like north side of Brid, where we are. We used to live down south side of Brid, and then now we're up north side. But down south side, the beach down there is massive, isn't it? South side, it's different to north side. North side, you've got all cliffs up to Flamborough and that with lighthouse on it, and then it's more like a lot of where it comes like down from end of, because the cliffs and that are chalk, and if you get a geology map up, they're actually connected to cliffs of Dover, all that. It runs, looked on geology maps and that, and they're part of Dover cliffs, believe it or not. We all connect together, and so you get a lot of chalk pebbles and all sorts of more gravelly thing in it, sand a bit and that. But down south side, you put it this way, right? Other day when I was down there, I said to Jordan that, didn't I? I said, you know something, if people didn't know where we were, they'd think we were in Benidorm or Barbados or something like that, innit? It looks like Benidorm Bay and that. And you look at it, it looks like Benidorm. We were like Benidorm because it was 31 fucking degrees, wasn't it? We were melting. Yeah, beautiful. I've done a video actually. I'm going to post that. In fact, before I get my head down tonight, I'm going to post a few videos and that. I'll just let it run away while I'm asleep and that. Load them up and that. So they'll be on 2 hours and that. They should be on there to watch.
I'm going to get up in a bit anyway, Joel.
Yeah, well, what I'm going to set here is this. So I'm just looking at time now. We're going up 1 o'clock-ish and that. What day is it tomorrow? Saturday?
We're on Saturday now.
Is it? Oh, yeah,
it's the 1st of July.
Well, what it is,
yeah,
I want to get up and watch Grand Prix tomorrow because it's so I'm watching qualifying today and that. Lewis Hamilton's got Monk on. He's not happy because he's not winning. Him and Max Verstappen's had a ding dong.
I didn't hear that anymore.
And so I'm going to watch because I love my sport. And I'm going to watch my Grand Prix. I watched MotoGP last weekend and some motocross.
Is that Prime in the background, Joel? Adam asks.
What?
Prime in the background.
It is.
You got some Prime on the go, have you?
Yeah.
I've got loads of them. I've got about 10 bottles of that one. I'll be saving them.
I don't drink it.
I'm obsessed with them. I've got that one. That one.
What's it like, really? I ain't tried that yet.
I've never tried it myself yet.
I won't put it. It's hot money what it is, mate. It's a waste of money, really. One of them in one of the shops is $7.99.
Some crazy guy on YouTube was selling them in his shop for 100 quid.
What?
Yeah.
And we've got another one. It's called Ice Pop.
And I believe there'll be idiots buying it.
It's red, white, and blue on one.
Yeah.
God almighty, I won't pay.
I said, what's the big hype with this Prime? And they said,
I don't know, Pete. I don't.
This guy.
The cans are worse than the bottle. They're causing people to have side effects of them.
I don't. To be honest with you, mate, this is no bullshit, innit, Joe?
Yeah.
I do not drink energy drinks or anything. I don't fucking drink anything.
I don't know what it is.
The mine and stuff like that. Yeah.
Just all vitamins. These they haven't got no taurine in it or caffeine. The caffeine free.
I'll tell you what, like, I was drinking a lot of coffee a few weeks back and that. And I don't know if that would give me headaches or something, but I've stopped it. Right? I've had a coffee tonight for the first time in a few weeks, right? And I feel all right. I ain't got no headache at the moment, but I don't know if I'll ever doing it with coffee a bit.
I don't understand why they put protein on it. No, why? It's got no in it. Why they put protein on it? No. You know what I mean?
Fucking gimmick, innit? So bullshit.
Vitamins,
Best thing to do is just save empty bottle and fill it up with some whiskey or some beer. And you can walk about and go, well, I'm just having a Prime, mate. You know what I mean? So I don't like you fucking. So you're not getting done for walking around with cans of beers in your hand and shit like that. Drinking on streets and stuff. So I fill mine up with a bit of beer or something. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, everybody, I'm gonna love and leave yous, and it's been a pleasure again, once again, to be on, Pete, and to talk to everyone. I'm gonna get my head down so I can watch my Grand Prix. Get these videos loaded up so you can all watch them if you want. And I'm just gonna finish off doing a bit of research, and because there's a couple of videos I just want to finish off that I put purposely to one side so I can do it later. Because like it's hard with kids and that. Because like, Daddy, you know what I mean? So I'm having to break off all the time. It's like, so I like to just be in a total peace and quiet and silence and that, no disruptions. Do what I need to. I'll get all of it down, get my head down, and then get on with it. And you know what I mean?
See you later.
Get on with it next day and that, innit? But yeah.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed it again. Lovely all to see yous, hear yous, and it's been a pleasure. Everybody, eyes open, be safe, and truth's out there, innit?
Certainly.
And look after yourselves, everyone. Be safe.
Just see what.
So, on that number, mate, I'm going to sign out, and I'll probably catch up with you tomorrow if that's all right.
Keep fighting, John.
And I'll do my best to keep alive.
Adam
So,
says
yeah.
night, Julie.
Yeah, night, everyone. Watchwoman, Margaret, Dave's out there, Adam, everyone, you all, yeah. Just be safe. And good night and God bless and that to you all, yeah. Look after yourselves. Look after yourselves. And you, Pete, mate, and Cal.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming on.
Good people. We're all good people. All good people. And these bad people, we need to get shutting them. Yeah. Could do with sticking them in lobster pots. Yeah. Especially them bloody government ones and that. They don't come out fishing and that, my mate won't. Could do with some bait for lobster pots.
I wonder how many you fucking get with one of them.
I don't know, but it'd probably have to slice and dice. Draw and quarter them, I'd do. I'd probably draw and quarter them and shove a bit in here and a bit in there and that. And back at boat they go, mate. A couple of weeks later, come and pick them up and get lobsters out, innit? Yeah. Oh, that fucking lobster I got over there with you, Pete. The biggest I've ever seen, yeah. They were fucking massive, mate.
Jamaica thing.
Nice though. Fucking beautiful, mate.
Jamaica thing, Adam. What do you mean? Jamaica thing.
Yeah, so
I got nothing.
I'm gonna skedaddle anyway, mate. I'm gonna skedaddle.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I just
want to get me 100%. I feel a hell of a lot fucking better than I did.
Are you free tomorrow at some point, Joel?
Yeah, of course I am.
Do some catch up tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do some video call or something and that if you want, or not catch up on. If you want to go live again or whatever.
Yeah.
I could do it, give me address and phone number to you and Adam and things like that, and then you've got it.
How can we go in total digital? Fucking hell. That's going to be hard.
I'm going to give you my phone number and that. I'm going to send it Margaret as well. I don't know how to work
living in Jamaica now. They can afford to fucking live out of Jamaica and come over to England and scatter to America and that. You watch.
Well, I'd love to go to Canada, America. I've never been yet. There's lots of places I'd like to see. Maybe one day. I'd love to go to Florida, Canada.
I would love to go to Canada as well. I'd love to go
It's
to Canada.
mountains
I'd
and
love to
forests
visit
and things in
Australia
Canada. It's
and
amazing, mate. I love it. I
Greece.
love it.
I'd love to go and see the Mayan stuff.
Yeah. Peru and things like that.
I'd love to go.
Yeah, I'd love to. I just want to do a bit of Indiana Jonesy stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
I want to explore and that and find stuff and archaeology and things like that. 'Cause I love out to do geology. I like it. Archaeology, geology, biology, you name it. Cosmology, helioscienzology. That's to do with sun.
Wow.
Anything. To do with biologies and ologies and stuff like that. I love it. I love archaeology. Like I'm always fascinated. We always do is I stick a couple of little pointing trowels in my bag and that. So if I'm down and that, I start doing a bit of do a little
It's gonna
dig and
get
that.
really, really bad before it starts getting real good. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna sign out now. Keep saying it, but I'm gonna have to get my head down for a bit. Because key to this is another thing as well, everybody, right? You can take medication from doctors and they'll go, it'll make you better than this and other. If you don't eat correctly at correct times and you can eat what you want, you don't have to be stupid diet things or don't like that.
This is what we were saying.
Just eat sensibly in moderation. Your body will tell you when you need it. You don't need to eat all the time. I only have one meal a day. I don't have breakfast, I don't have dinner, nothing. I have one meal a day, around about 6 and between 8 o'clock. So then I'm not going to bed on a full stomach. So then by the time it's digested and brought down, when I go to sleep, that's then in my body powering all my bacteria and enzymes and mitochondria and cells and that. And in that 7 hour, it's crucial you have 7 hours sleep a day. Because in that 7 hour, that's where your body repairs itself. It goes around to work and that. Because 95% of your body is mitochondria, and the other 5% is I forgot the name. Comes from your pineal gland, or pituitary gland, rather. I think. Right. I'll have to go through the things and that. Mitochondria and I'll have to dig it all out and find it out. I can't forget names off the top of my head now.
It's late and the long words in all fairness.
That 5%, right? Listen, it's your pineal gland because you know this is what releases, right? When you go to sleep into REM sleep, where you dream and things like that. This is where it releases then the 5% into your body. Because over 95% of the mitochondria in your cells and that need that. It's like an endorphin, basically. It's an endorphin. Dopamine. It's a endorphin, a natural dopamine and endorphin. And it's crucial you get that because that's how you repair your body. And like if you don't sleep well or this or other, and this is how you run yourself down because you're not. Basically, it's like running your car out of petrol or electric and battery or something goes flat, and then you're knackered, innit? Well, if you don't give your car a rest or something like that and put it on charge or your phone or something, it won't work. And that's exactly how we work. If you don't rest and charge that body, let it do its thing. Just with the squat around and mitochondria and all that, and you will stay pretty healthy. Your body works properly. If not, you go and crash and you're knackered, and then the whole world of disaster and doom fucking happens. You know what I mean? You're doomed from the beginning, and it can lead to death.
Yeah, I'm getting tired myself now, mate.
So, hey, mate, I'm gonna go now, everybody.
Yeah,
I'll get these videos uploading and that.
Thanks for coming.
I'm gonna get these videos uploading. I'm gonna chill out, do my last bit of writing up so I don't forget while it's fresh in head. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. And everybody, whatever.
And you, Ad, make sure you
live stream thing working.
let me know what time you're available, Ad.
Oh, I'll be up at crack of dawn, me, mate. Well, put it this way, if I go to bed
I'm not
now, what
sure
time is it? 1 o'clock, right?
He's having work sometimes on the weekends, don't he? So.
Well, I'll be, what, 1 o'clock now? So I'll probably wake up
Or is he
in
working?
about another 4 hours, go up toilet, get a drink, go back to bed, and then I'll be up for 7 o'clock, maybe 6, 7 o'clock. As soon as daylight comes through, I can't sleep, it'll wake me up. It gets daylight at about 4 here. So I'll probably be up at 4, like I said, and then I'll just, like, nod off and in and out of sleep for a couple of 3 hours, and then I'll be up and rock and rolling and that. In fact, I've got to go to opticians, haven't I? I've got to go to opticians because I was supposed to go then, but they're that busy they've postponed it. So they give me dates at 29th, then they phoned up and postponed it. So I'm there with me and Ava at 2:45 tomorrow. But that shouldn't be too long.
He's working 4 till 10:30. So yeah, I thought so.
Well, I'll be up and about for day, me anyway. I'll be up and about. Get my head down for a bit and then I'll be alright. I just hope, fingers crossed, this bloody bug thing or whatever, I don't can start that tomorrow. I don't think I will anyway. I'm going to whack another probiotic down me in the morning. Check them out, Boots, right? I don't know about in US and Canada and things and that, but if you go to Boots chemists, pharmacies or whatever, yeah, you get 3 of them for 19 quid boxes, yeah, and in each box there's 30 capsules. So for 19 quid you can get 90 of them, 1 a day. Tells you all about that. If you have been prescribed or taking antibiotics, it is advisable to double up whilst taking antibiotics at different times. Pregnant, you can take them. If you're travelling to different places, it tells you to start doubling up a week before you go and then a week after. And it'll protect you. Check it out, Boots Pharmacy. There's other variant ones. Do take some bigger ones, and they've got magnesium and calcium and stuff like that, and B6 in them. And they're double. They've got like 4 billion in them. But she probably needs them. Like picture on that's like a flower. That's your health thing. Well, other one that she's got, it's a blue pack but bigger, and it's got a brain on it. So. But if you read it, exactly the same bacteria are in both tablets. It's just that they've got twice as much in, and it's got magnesium, calcium, and vitamin B6 in them, whereas they're just bacteria. And tells you all back on them and that. In fact, one of the bacteria is in there, Pete. Sore throats and that.
Yeah.
Streptococcus. Yeah. One of them, right? Well, streptococcus with that strep A that we're going about with sore throats and that, man. Schools a bit like. Well, it's the cure to it, is a streptococcus thermodilius, and they're in it, and that cures sore throats and that. Canidas and other various things and stuff. Because it's all whatever goes in there and goes down there.
Who had that medicine book, man? Where you can make medicines from weeds and herbs and that in your garden.
Yeah. I've got a medicine book like that.
And the book was banned or something, and they only did a certain amount of copies of it before they printed out a certain amount of these. There are actual old teachings books that you can get hold of as well, aren't there? Of books where you can just make stuff out of herbs.
You know where the best place to go for all these things? You know what I do?
Like
I go around second-hand shops and that. Like art foundations and stuff like that. All these second-hand shops. And you know something? If you have a little mooch about into them and that, and have a fester through all stuff and that, because they have books and all sorts and games and jigsaws and you name it, clothes and what. And I always go and have a fester and that in there. I'll last come back with some books the other day for me. What was it there? I just grab it. Alright, I'll read it. Yeah. She got these and that, 50p each. Lancaster bomber and history at RAF, 50p each. Good second hand shop. I'm going to read them.
That's good.
But I find all sorts of stuff. There's stuff like, you know,
Yakults. You know, I've never tried. Well, tell a lie. No, I tried one once. They're all right, aren't they? I remember trying one once
here, look,
a long time ago.
see that bit? How to make your own medicines from herbs and that. That were 50p. No, 25p from second hand shop. That's all about making medication from herbs and plants and stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
That one about canidas, because Julie's suffers with canidas. That's another thing, canidas, right? It's they're just starting to say, you know, this is what's causing the plant COVID, canidas. But no, I've had a flick through it. Flower remedies, it's got in step-by-step guide and that, you know, makes oils and that and stuff. It tells you stinging nettles, they're good for you. Look, there's all sorts in it. We'll have to do a little thing on it one of the days and that. Yeah, second-hand shops. Not every time you might find exactly what you want, but there's always something. You know, you just got to read the eye, innit? Just have a route about. I'll leave her festering about doing what she's. I'll go, just going to have a look at books and that, you know what I mean? And I just will get what I find interesting of any value to me. And it's all in, like you said, some of the best books are old books, mate.
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah. That's why they're banning them, because it tells you real stuff, not this crap that they're trying to ram down his neck now, isn't it? So,
It's just gone one, Joel. I'm going to have to get off, mate. All right.
yeah, I'm going anyway. Right.
All right.
So I'll catch up with you tomorrow, everybody, and I'll see you later.
Peace out, man. Thank you, everybody. And I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. I'm going to do some more videos and get them out of the way. So hopefully be able to get another video out for you tomorrow. Probably be another section of the air show. Got to get that out of the way, and then of course I've got what happened in Cotswolds and the wildlife park. So yeah, I'll get at least one video out hopefully tomorrow, and I'll be streaming again around about the same time tomorrow night. So this is me saying good night. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Adam. Let me just see. I'll make sure. Yeah, I am, mate. Yeah, see you later, Ad. Thank you, everybody. Good night. About the same time tomorrow night. Good night.